Welcome to the 2023 Closer Olympics press conference. It's your guy Elijah I. Rubin. Wow, we have something extremely special for you guys today. It is going to be unbelievable. So make sure you guys lock in, grab pen and papers. We're going to be seeing who is the official matchups, who's going against who, and when it's going down. It's going to be amazing. It's absolutely going to be amazing. I feel like this year, unlike any other years, you're going to see some of the best all across the nation from what we've done from people with very beginning brands to very well-established seasoned brands, the best closers in the all around the country. It's going to be amazing. So I'm man, Keith, Alex, it's going down. The press conference is here. Tell me, how you guys feeling? How you guys feeling about it?
It's gonna be electrifying. Electrifying.
It's game time, man. It's game
Yeah.
time. Long awaited for, over a year in the making, and it's game time. So we're almost there.
Yes. So what we do want to do, we do want to make sure that we have a couple things we want to, get some house cleaning rules out the way here. There's going to be several judges we're going to be bringing up. We're going to be talking with the closers. We're going to be obviously giving you guys a lot of game, a lot of knowledge, and we're going to be finding out who is going against each other. But we want to give something special to you guys and gals, everybody who's locked in, who's watching. We have something very special we want to do. We're going to actually have an exact giveaway. We're going to have a giveaway. But before we get to that, if it's okay, why don't you go ahead, Keith, for those who may not know who you are, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick for the people?
Yes, sir, man. Keith Everett, real estate Diddy. Been in real estate myself now for the last 7 years. I was one of them guys that came in that 2016 class and I closed over 500 deals at this point. Man, and one of the co-founders of the Closers Olympics, and I'm ready to see it, man. I'm just excited to be here. This is one of my favorite times of the year. Anytime that we have this event, because it gives the people the opportunity to be educated and see exactly, who is the best.
Absolutely. And then, Sir Alex, would you go ahead and for those, break it down for them?
Absolutely. My name is Alex Sines. I'm now 7 years in this real estate game, feeling like a vet. Already started at the age of 18 and now 26, and done a few hundred deals all over the country. And I've helped many others do the same, and I'm excited to be part of this amazing trio and amongst our other valuable assets backstage holding it down. So I'm excited to be here, and man, I just can't wait. I can't wait. And just like Diddy said, it's like it gives the people the real nitty gritty on what it takes to be a closer in this space, right? You want those 20, 30K, 40K spreads, like you got to learn how to close, and this competition shows exactly that.
Absolutely. And for, like you said, at the very top of the call, for those who aren't aware who I am, my name is Elijah I. Rubin. Been doing real estate in the country, or at least in the Valley of Arizona, for the last 19 years. 19 years, closed easily over 1,000 plus properties. I specialize in fire damage properties, known as the Fire Damage King. But I've been closing deals for over 25 plus years. Just regular sales in this general. Before I even got to real estate, I found myself being good at every call center position I ever worked at. When I found real estate where I could add value to people, solve problems, and make a lot of money every time I heard the word yes, real estate pound for pound is the best place to do that at. And us three came together, formed the Closer Olympics, and we wanted to highlight the art of sales and put people in a position to be able to win in a better position than they ever thought is possible. One of our mentors shared with me, people respect and value people who could do things that they can't do. And I know a lot of people out here are struggling right now and having a hard time closing deals, being able to get deals locked up at too higher prices and not sure how to do certain things virtually. By having a Close Olympics, by having a chance for everybody to see exactly what's on the table, what they're able to do, it makes it so much possible, so much easier for it to be done. So with that being said, let's get into this, all right? Because they don't want to hear from us. They want to hear from the judges. They want to hear from the closers. We want to see what's on the table here. So we want to make sure we give that ample time. When I get the ample time for it. So as far as, for what we're going to see today, in the past we had people, talking all types of I won't say trash, but we're all confident. Every closer on here thinks we're going to win, and so if you are watching this right now, go ahead, put in the comments if you're wherever you're at, wherever you're streaming and watching this, put in the comments where are you calling from or watching from, so we know where everybody's coming. We have people all around the country, all around the world watching this around the world, right?
Yeah, all around the world, man, from acquisition managers to owners, hustlers, CEOs, virtual assistants. Everybody is tuned in right now.
So if you guys want to see, some of the best judges, some of the best closers, let's see where you guys are calling from. Drop it in your comments. Let's see where you guys are making calls. What markets are you guys working? Let's get a chance. Let's get to see where everybody's at. We got a lot of SoCal, got a lot of Chicago, a lot of Texas people. Okay,
Iceland.
all right. A lot of sub 2 family here. We see you guys. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. And so, I know from time to time, people, struggle with making phone calls publicly. A lot of times when you're in your phone and you're in your own room or in your own cubicle, it's easy because nobody quite hears what you're saying, what you're doing. When you start making phone calls in front of people and you start putting it out there for the masses to see, it starts creating, a little, not, I don't want to say concern, but it makes you see like, wow, it makes you feel a little bit more vulnerable. When you first making some of your first calls, Keith, how were you able to get some of those, that vulnerability, so that you're able to share with more of the masses?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna say something right now that most people have felt, have done, but they don't really say. And when I first started out, I used to be so nervous that I honestly used to be making calls and I was hoping they didn't answer and I could just leave a voicemail because that fear was inside of me, right? But one thing changed it all. And I thought about this one day. I said, you know what? By me making the phone call, by me getting told no, I'm not gonna have a funeral. I'm not getting ready to get packed up and leave Earth. So when I realized that, sales a contact sport, every time I hear no, it makes me excited because I get close to the yes. So yeah.
Love it. And what about yourself? Alex? I mean, make calls live, putting yourself out there. Talk to us.
Yeah, I think the biggest shift was this, like when everything changed for me on the sell side and overcoming that fear, it was realizing that most sellers only sell 1 to 2 properties in their lifetime, right? So when you're on the phone, to be the professional, I mean, I knew more than most sellers did when it comes to, selling their home through, educating myself. So that gave me tons of confidence in the sense of like, hey, I'm more controlling the conversation. Like they're seeking advice from me, they're seeking the process from me. So for everybody out there making calls, really just focus on educating yourself and remember in those conversations, like people are seeking advice and the process from you. So you want to help direct that. And that just gave me confidence in every conversation. It was like, all right, I'm the professional in this conversation and, let me direct the conversation. For example, if you go to the doctors, like you're not going to be trying to argue with your doctor on, no, I want this prescription. Like you're going to listen to them because they have that authority as it is, it's their profession, right? So we're real estate professionals, and don't forget that in conversations you can dictate and provide that knowledge to the seller.
Nice. And so we do want to make sure for all those who are turning in, this is the 2023 Closer Olympics press conference. We give you everything you're going to need to know about all 4 days. Day 1 is going to be started on July 28th. Next Friday, it's going down. Starting at 8 a.m. PST. We're having the open run. These are the people each month over the last 6 months have been battling and competing just to find out who could win that month so that they could go ahead and have their chance to earn the right to be in the Closer Olympics. So we have 6 people who are going to be competing day 1 on the 28th, starting at 8 a.m. 6 people of these are exclusive, serious closers. We had to compete to get there. They're going to be competing against each other. There's going to be 6 of them. We're about to watch who the matchups are here shortly. And only 3 of them are going to be going to day 2. On day 2, it's going to be the actual main event of the Closer Olympics. You can have 9 closers, and those additional 3 closers are all going to come together. It's going to be a total of 12 closers, 6 rounds. Everybody's going to be going against each other. the top 3 people who scored the most points are going to be going over to day 3. They'll be going to day 3, and on day 3, there is the championships. There is the championships that's going to be on July 30th, starting at 10 a.m. PST. Each closer is going to get 1 hour to go ahead and turn up close deals, get as many points as they can to see who will be the number 1, number 2, number 3, who's going to be the king or queen closer, because nobody cares about number 2 and number 3, do we? We only care about who's going to be the number 1, right? Number 2 is just first loser, right? So we're going to find out who's going to be the king or queen closer. And then last but not least, day 4 is going to be Dispo Day. Dispo Day is going to be brought to you by our grand sponsor, Investor Lift. They're bringing in the top Dispo closers, having 3 of them. It's going to be for 3 hours starting at 11 a.m. PST. And if you get your VIP ticket, they're going to be dispoing your deals as well, deals that they're working on. And what's going to happen, they're going to find out who is going to be the king dispo closer or queen dispo closer. And you're going to be able to dispo your deals 4 days, exclusive, unlimited edutainment at its finest. Which day are you guys looking forward to most?
Man, I'm gonna say day 2, because day 2, that's when it get real serious. You know what I mean? That's when it's the most people is gonna be on the phones, and I think that that's when we're gonna see who is who and who advance to the championship round on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I agree. Those semifinals, that's where it gets real, because you're fighting for your spot, and it could go either way. We've seen it the last 2 competitions.
It's facts.
It's
So real quick, fellas, man, listen. I think something special that we should do for the people that's tuned in right now. We should definitely do a giveaway for them. And all we need y'all to do is just comment CO, which stands for Closer Olympics 2023, for your chance to win a free. We ain't talking about paid. I'm talking a free VIP package. You must be present at the end of the press conference to claim your free VIP package. You need to give StreamYard permission when commenting so we can see your name. And guess what? You will get the opportunity to enter to win a chance to get a free VIP package. And man, it comes with we got our closers manual. We got both years of the Closer Olympics. You got 2020 Closer Olympics. You got 2021 Closer Olympics, which my guy RJ Bates, he won that. And also me and the fellas, we're gonna be an exclusive training next Thursday where you guys get to ask us any questions about closing or what's gonna go on in the competition. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, man, shout out to Investor Lift too, man. They definitely are our grand sponsor. And fellas, I'm ready for the day, man. I'm ready to see these matchups.
Yeah. No, for sure. And listen, I want to make sure you understand. If you're number 2, number 3 closer in the country, that's still a big deal for sure. Out of all the thousands of millions of closers out here, you're gonna be recognized. Obviously, king or queen closer important, but number 2, number 3 is just as valuable. And because we know what your pedigree looks like. So now, I know for sure myself. I'm actually really looking forward to day 1. So obviously, I'm competing day 2 and whatnot, but I'm gonna be in compete mode day 1. I'm really looking forward to seeing these young and up and coming closers going after it, tackling each other, different styles, different techniques. Who's going to score the most points? Who's really going to put themselves in a position to really win at this next level? So I'm really excited, looking forward to that. And so I want to make sure you guys mention what he's mentioned about the giveaway. Make sure you guys still stay till the end, because we're going to be looking to see who has the most shares, who has the most participation. All right, who's locked in. So if you're committed to sharing, if you're committed to make sure everybody knows about this, seeing this, locked in with us, I want you to put 1 in the comments, wherever you're at, put 1 in the comments on your YouTube, where you're streaming at Facebook Play. If you're committed to showing up at 100% level, put 1 in the comments for us so we can feel the love. Let's feel the love, y'all. Let's feel the love. Yes, sir. All right. We're seeing you guys. We're seeing you guys. Perfect. We're seeing it. Good. So what we do want to do, we do want to, give some special attention to why it's so important to highlight the art of closing, because many years for many time, no one knew that closing is probably, obviously marketing is important, operation is important, but if you don't get ink on the paper, if you don't get a seller or an individual say yes, guess what happens? That lead sets, the bills don't get paid, grand opening, grand closing. So real quickly, can you guys just kind of break down why it's so important for closers to really learn how to not only get good at closing, but mastering the art of closing?
I think it's this is what's attached to your revenue that you're looking to generate. You know what I mean? Like, we all know that of course you're gonna have to spend money on marketing. You gotta, eventually get your systems and everything in place. Not necessarily at the beginning, but one thing that we all know that you need at the beginning is you gotta learn how to close. You gotta learn how to negotiate. You have to learn the correct way to make offers. You gotta learn how to overcome objections, and you can't be scared. You gotta have no fear, and you gotta be willing to close a deal, because if you can't close, I don't care how many opportunities that you get, you will not make money. You will still remain in the position that you said that you're looking to get out of. Some people are maybe even tired of working a 9 to 5. They want to go ahead and take on this thing full time as a CEO, or you're just looking to just do one deal a month and just, you may just looking to get some extra income. But if you can't close, you can't negotiate, you can't make offers, you can't create urgency and plenty more, you will not make money.
Yeah, hit it on the nail for sure. I love how you said it's attached, your skill set is attached to your revenue, and that's absolutely true, right? And most people, you really got two options. One, you better your skill set on the sell side, or two, you just double, triple up your marketing cost, right? But over time, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities because you're not going to be sharp enough to close those leads and those deals. And in markets, in competitive markets, like, I mean, I'm in Phoenix, Elijah is as well. And you have to be on your A game, right? You have 100+ investors going for the same properties at times. It gets a little tricky and difficult. So if you want to reduce your marketing costs and maximize your time in this business and maximize your results, you have to get better on the phones and on sales.
That's facts.
Nice. Okay. Well, like I said, I think just like I said, this is something that, I mean, the biggest reason why I could have 19 years in this game is because of the ability to increase my sales skills, my ability to be around Keats, to be around Chris Jeffersons, to be around the Donnies, the RJs. Listen, a good closer knows that they always can learn more from other closers. And hopefully this is what you guys are going to take a good opportunity to add to your closer's gumbo, and just throw on sauce. Find out that one technique, find out that one style, see what you're able to do to really advance these calls and make sure you feel good about this. So the better you get with this, it has a direct proportion to how much money you get. So I think that's kosher. I think that's super important. So I know we want to get things rolling here. And what's really important is that if you guys have questions, write these questions down. Towards the end, we'll see if there's any time we could have a chance to, lock and answer your questions. But with that being said, I want to bring up one of the top go-givers in our industries. He's not only is my man's diesel, he's dieseled up, but he's a diesel on the phones too. He be closing with the best of them. I want to make sure that well, you know what? I don't want to just bring him up just yet. I don't want to be. I want to make sure he has hair and makeup together.
Yeah.
Hyping him up. I want to make it look sure he's looking pretty here. Okay, so I know.
Quick question, Elijah. I got a question for you. I don't mean to cut you off, man. I know me and Alex, we kind of gave, our opinions, when somebody first starting out and the importance of closing. We never got a chance to hear your opinion
About the art of why it's important for the art of closing.
Yeah.
And so I think what's really important is when you learn how to start closing, not only do you put yourself in a position to add value to yourself first, self-preservation, right? Then it's super important that you're going to be able to help other people in your organization. And then you can start adding value to other people in your market, in your circles. I think that's really important. It has a ripple effect. Something, and when I first heard you could turn words into wires, conversation into cashier's checks, and you don't get arrested, you pay taxes. Oh, I was like, yo, this is the best. And then that's why I'm so happy to really kind of put on for the whole country for the art of closing, really highlighting closes as the true area that really is going to take and transcend knowing what you do now, what you're able to do for the future. Closes are us, closer Olympics. I think we had that set for us. So that's why I'm feeling about it. I mean, so let's go ahead and now I think he has his hair and makeup together. I think we have everything in place for him. So this young gentleman, like I said, he is out of he is he's Belizean. I believe he's Belizean too. He's Belizean Latino. He's fellow Caribbean. He's a fellow Caribbean top shutter. My guy, he actually has an album he dropped. He's out. I mean, so he's nice. The song you guys hear on the Close Olympics, he helped co-created the song. So he's definitely a go-giver. If you ever see him speak, if you're in the Superhuman Facebook group community, he's just doing a lot of great things. Without further ado, can we bring up Mr. Aaron Bev, our host, Mr. Aaron Bev? Can we bring my guy up?
Boop, 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 boop. What up, fellas? How y'all guys doing?
What's going on, Aaron? How you living? How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, living life and loving it. Living life and loving it, man. This is exciting. This is exciting to be here. I love it. Man, so I have to say this. No matter how long I've known you guys, anytime I do something with y'all and I get in the same room as you guys, I have that sense of not being starstruck, but being appreciative. You know what I mean? For the people in my life, because I'm just proud that I know you guys, and the fact that we're here again, 2023 Closers Olympics, putting on for the community industry in such a way. This is an honor, y'all. So I'm excited to get the show on the road.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure, man, to see you, man, and just to get some of that good energy. I know you're excited about this year's competition.
Absolutely.
So I know yourself, being a fellow closer yourself, being somebody who is not only serious about closing, putting people in a position, you help put a lot of people on. You're helping people put themselves in a position to win on all types of platforms, different markets, different states. Real quickly, would you share why do you think closing is such an important part? I mean, I know we gotta get rolling here, but why do you think closing is such an important part of this?
For sure. How's my Wi-Fi? Can y'all see me, or am I spotty?
A little spotty. Little spot raindrops spotty.
All right. I'm gonna while I'm chopping right now, I'll switch out my my Wi-Fi to see if we can clean that up a little bit.
Sure.
But to answer your question, man, I feel like, and I don't know if anybody touched on this yet, but sales and being able to close is the number one skill set necessary to get from 0 to multiple six figures. This is the number one skill set. And in fact, I've always said this, influence, it's been said right now, attention is the new oil. And I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think it's attention. I think it's influence. And influence comes from being able to close people. And we can close individuals one-on-one and influence them that way, or we can close people 1 to 50 or 1 to 100 or 1 to 1,000. But being able to influence people is what the Closers Olympics is really about. How powerful is your ability to be able to persuade somebody and influence them towards your aim while helping them? That's an incredibly lucrative skill set. So that's why from the day Closers Olympics was introduced as a concept to me, I was like, I've been a fan, you know what I mean, and I call it a sport. Like, this is a sport now, you know what I mean? So and it's something that changed my life. So that's why I would say closing is probably one of the most important skill sets whenever you're starting off.
Cool. Well, like I said, I appreciate you locking in, giving us that good vibes, good feels. We know how things are rocking. I think what's really important is that, especially what the Close Olympics does, allows a lot of people who think that we'll be all ego driven, which we all do. We all have our egos for sure. However, it allows us to collaborate on something, allows us to connect, So I think what's really important is that we're able to, have something that we all can, collaborate around, pour into support from judges to closers to sponsors to the community. We're all able to come together. We're all able to benefit each other. We'll get the champion. Well, it still is a sincere, serious competition. Okay. And I think that's what's really important for us here. So I think what we should do, I think we not only want to put you guys in a position to see how this is going to happen, and when it comes to closing, the different styles, different techniques, because we're using PPC leads this year, you guys are going to be in for a totally different treat than any time that's ever happened. And I think what's going to happen, the more you get to see this, the better you're going to feel, right?
Hey, Elijah, if you don't mind, man, if you can go over the rules so that way that the people that's tuned in, they can know a little bit more about what those scorecards going to look like, so that way they're able to see exactly what they need to be looking for as well, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. And I think what's important is that when we crafted these scorecards, we thought about when we made thousands of calls, what is common every single phone call? What are we constantly doing? What needs to be acknowledged? So please don't understand, this is just not for the competition. This is for you guys too. So this is for the closers rules. Closer Olympics 2023, king or queen closer will be selected in this 3-day competition. So in each round, there's going to be 2 closers that are going to go head to head. However, the closer with the most points scores that day will move on to the next day. In day 1 is going to be the open run, as I mentioned at the top of the call. Day 1 is going to be the open run with a total of 3 rounds. Then day 2 is going to be the main event. The main event where you have a total of 6 rounds. So a total of 12 closers, 6 rounds going day 2. Then day 3 is the finals, where the top 3 closers are going to compete. They're going to compete to see who is the top closers in the country, who the king or queen closer going to be. Now, super important, which makes this different than any other competition, any other sales event that, try to do kind of what we're doing. What makes this completely different is we're giving each closer only 30 minutes to call these sellers live with the goal to close a deal. Now, and they'll have 1 hour for the finals. So, and there's going to be a shot clock that everybody's going to see, and that's going to change the game for everyone. Now, there's going to be 3 expert judges who are going to be providing feedback during the calls and providing the scores. Now, the closers with the highest points on day 3 will be crowned the king or queen closer. In case of a tie, the closer committee will decide who the winner of that round is going to be. Each closer will have leads provided by our lead provider, which is Lead Zolo, for the whole event, for the Close Olympics, Lead Zolo, an appointment set up ahead of time. So we actually have our VAs brought to you by another sponsor, Integra, who's making these phone calls, calling, warming up, setting appointments for the closers, so you guys get nothing but pure nonstop action when these calls are happening. Now, the comps are going to be provided by PropStream. However, the judges will score based on their own comps. So the comps that we're going to be providing you is going to give you just a ballpark number, just a ballpark ARV, after repair value. And then they're going to provide a MAO, a maximum offer allowable. And then what's going to happen, you're going to, as an audience, you guys can run comps as far as this, be aware of what's being ran. The closers are running their comps, and the judges are running their comps. And at the end of the day, it's whatever the judges say that's going to end up counting at the end of the day for them. So that is how. So what's going to happen? This is how the points are going to work. There's going to be a total points of 40 points. I think RJ is the only one out of all the closures over all the years has scored a perfect 40 points. I think Brent Daniels gave him one time a 40-point total score. Each category will be worth 0 to 5 points. Now, I know some of you guys thinking, well, can they score all these points in 1 point and each call starts over? So what's going to happen is going to be a cumulative of all the points. So somebody could be on one call and score some X amount of points. Then they hang up a next call and score another set of points. Then the following call, they score another set of points. And then we're going to take a cumulative of all the total points to find out exactly how many total points they won and who won that round. So it's going to be really clear to see. It's going to be easy to see. And like I said, they only got 30 minutes. So all the building rapport, all the, getting warm, fuzzy feelings, however they may like to do. And some people like, building extra rapport for an hour or two. You're not going to be able to do this on this competition. the goal here, because of the premium leads we're going to have, the goal here is obviously to score as many points as you can, but really score get as many contracts. The way Munif did last year, he was able to get a contract live in the qualifying rounds. RJ crushed it where he got 2 contracts in his round. And that's what's probably going to have to that's probably really going to be the difference maker on this is, can you get not only score points, but can you actually get signed contracts live in the competition? Woo!
I'm ready to see who gonna do it this year. I'm gonna do it this year. I need some sign, Elijah. I need some sign, you know.
It's clearly with this, I mean, in the past, it was way easy, you know, to score points sometimes in there, you know, but I mean, there's gonna be no spotty points given if you don't get those contracts. You need clear contracts, like that clear camera Aaron got for us.
Like he fog off the glasses, man. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that, y'all.
It's all right. No, we're good. So like I said, the goal here, like I said, we want to just help put people in a position so they can see how this happens every single day. And you're gonna start noticing some of you guys and gals are better than some of the closers here. You're gonna start seeing it, and that's the facts, and that's the reality. So next year you can put your name in the hat. So let's go. Let's back all over to Aaron, sir. Let's pass it to you, sir.
Absolutely. So let's get this thing on and popping, guys. We're really, really excited about 2023 Closers Olympics. With that said, we're going to give a warm welcome to everybody who's here live right now. So today we're going to be finding out who's going to be participating in the open run on day 2 and day 3 of the main event, which is going down, Closers Olympics 2023, on July 28th, 29th, and 30th. That's right. We have a bonus day for Closers Olympics 2023, and we're incredibly excited to be doing this. So with that said, guys, as we really get this show on the road, we want to make mention of something that we're incredibly excited about, and that is we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of today's press conference, okay? This is an opportunity for you to enter for a chance to win a free VIP package to the Closers Olympics. All right, so what we're going to need for you to do, this is how to qualify. We need for you to go to the comment section right now like a raging animal and comment hashtag CO23 for Closers Olympics 23. Comment CO23 for a chance to win VIP tickets. Today, we're going to be announcing that at the end. And I got to give a shout out to the operations team and our Closers Olympics team, because they're behind the scenes putting together all these amazing gifts and goodies for you guys, putting on for the community in a major way. So we love you guys for what y'all do. Guys, go to the comment section right now and capitalize on this opportunity. VIP package. I remember from the last couple Closers Olympics, there's been multiple people who have come to this event and locked up deals during the event. There's been multiple people who have shared what they've learned with their teams and gone on to close their first deal, their next 6 figures, their first 6-figure deal. And so your opportunity to enter in and get VIP access to this information, y'all, and not just information, but proximity to people who are putting their businesses, their brands on the line. It's an incredible thing. And so make sure to spam the comment section. All right. With that said, let's make this thing happen. In our green room, y'all, do we have my man RJ? Because I think the people are ready for us to get the show on the road. By the way, in the comment section, y'all, what we're going to be doing, our team is going to be going and seeing who is putting hashtag CO23. And by doing that, you're going to be entered into our giveaway, where at the end, we're going to be giving away a free VIP ticket. All right. So here's what else I want to know. All right, here's what else I want to know. Before we get into our video and get this thing on the road, those of you who are tuned in right now, I want to know what city, what state are you tuned in from, so we can show you guys some love. Where are you guys tuned in from? Let's engage, y'all, because if you're attracted to Closers Olympics 2023, it's because we are like-minded in some way. So let's network. You never know. Somebody you meet in the comment section could be somebody who helps you take your business to the next level. All right. With that said, guys, we're gonna get our press conference underway with a brief video, and then we're going to introduce our next key player. Let's go ahead and roll that video.
Close it. When I close, doors open. Every key I.
This is a competition. Somebody's going home with the top closer title belt.
If I did 189, would you have to talk to her, or could you agree to that? All right, let's do 189.9 then.
If I gave you 31, will you sign today? You sign today. So
If that's a price we can do, is this something you'd be ready to move forward with today as far as like an agreement in place?
More urgency. Closing time. Close it. Pick up the
Strap in. Everybody get excited.
He was good.
But this guy's got skills, and his approach is different, and it works so well.
I look at rapport not as like, weather sports.
That was probably top 5 that I've ever seen.
He us away. The truth is I already knew it. I'm so hot I melt in a minute like ice.
It's the noise talking and backing it up for me, and the consistency.
It's something that you're never going to be able to see, I think, replicated anywhere else. It's so much you can learn from this.
this is the best training series anybody could ever ask for.
Mr. Knox, we're taking care of him, and we're going to spend the money with the family for somebody I don't know, okay?
Yeah.
On every call, it's sell or be sold. Let's go.
Man, I thought that was going to be something.
Is that something that you would want to move forward with, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything is possible. There is nothing holding you back.
Baby, you won. You won, man.
Yeah.
It's all on you. Close it. What you gonna do?
And that's the bottom line.
Close it. Hey, close it. Pick up the phone. Close it. Big ass scroll. Close it. $1 million deal. Close it. It's all on you. Close it. What you gonna do? Close it. I want the proof. Close it. $1 million.
Oh my goodness, man. You can't help but watch that and just be incredibly hyped for what 2023 is going to offer regarding the 2023 Closers Olympics. I'm incredibly excited. With that said, this next gentleman that we're going to bring on is the winner not only of the last Closers Olympics, but he's the winner of the first Closers Olympics. They say that the Closers Olympics is rigged because this man keeps winning. All right. This is the co-founder of the Titanium Crucible. This gentleman has more LLCs than his age. He's done more deals than all of your gurus combined. I hate this man. I love this man. He's a friend. He's a mentor. Please bring on my guy, RJ Bates, the reigning king closer of Closers Olympics. RJ Bates III.
Aaron, did you
What's
ever
up?
think that you were going to sing a song and it was going to be to my highlight reel? How does that feel? Max wants to know why he's not in the video because you didn't have any fucking highlights, Max. That's why you made the highlight reel.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, and that is how we pop off the press conference in true fashion. Okay, I said this in the intro, man. I said I love this man. I hate this man. because during every other part of the year, RJ, you know what I mean? I love you, but during Closers Olympics, you know what I mean? I can't help but just hate you a little bit. But all jokes aside, man, you have won the last two, and most hated, most loved. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. So I didn't technically win 2020. I mean, I should have, but there was some stuff. So they gave the belt.
That's right. That's right.
To Adrian. I was the people's champ.
That's right. I said, my bad. Yeah, I announced that wrong. I announced that wrong. My bad.
It's all right. I mean, listen, you probably just watched the Closers Olympics and realized I actually won. I mean, they just gave the wrestling belt to somebody else. It's okay.
Oh man. Okay. So look, this is something. We have a couple minutes, and everybody's been really excited for especially for you to come on here. A lot of the people I even mentee on the background, behind the scenes, reference your closing style, and a lot of people ask this. You're very influential. Many people watch you on the Closers Olympics live and also on the replay. Thousands of people. Do you feel like your style is duplicatable for people whose personality is not like yours? And what do you like? How do you speak to that when you have like a random, random person who's watching you and super inspired by RJ Bates, but have never done a deal before? Do you recommend following your style?
Yeah, I think there's certain aspects of what I do that people should take and try to replicate. But the key factor there is to be yourself, right? Don't try to talk like me. I don't try to talk like you. If I did, I would just, I would bumble and stumble all the way through and probably not close the deal just like you, So, but no, I think there's aspects that I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it to the facts. I do a lot of active listening, similar to like Rich Wonders did in the past, the final qualifying run. I loved his style because it was very similar to mine. But yet there was key different factors that we had. But I think if you've never done a deal, you can go and you can watch my videos and you can say, hey, that's pretty simple. I could replicate that just with my own personality interweaved in there.
I love that, man. I love that. Now let's talk about what people want to. Here's what people want to talk about. All right. Now that we got all the instructional stuff and I met my quota. All right. Who do you really want to see? So I'm gonna. Do you know all of our contenders thus far?
I do. Yeah, I know.
Who's somebody that if you had to say would put up a battle against you? Who would you say? Somebody that you're excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty open about this. I'm going to go straight to the qualifiers. I think the field there is jam-packed of really good closers. I said it before he even qualified. Scotty B is a legit closer, and the cool thing about Scotty B is he brings a very strong creative finance background. And I think that if the lead opens it up, that's a free 5 points that you can get that maybe another person could close a deal. For example, Carlos in the final qualifying round, he had to go straight cash. It wasn't a creative option. So he had to forfeit 5 points. Whereas Rich Wonders had a creative deal. That's 5 points he went and got. So I think Scotty B is a massive contender in this. I really love Kendall's K2 style. I think he's a contender. Ricky, with all of the lives that he does, he's a contender. And then Rich Wonders, I mean, he put it on display there. I think the only problem with Rich, he was a little slow to close the deal. So I think maybe, against someone like me that would have been quicker to close that deal, maybe I could accumulate some more points. But I'm really leaning more towards being excited and probably more worried about the qualifiers than I am the people already in the main event.
Wow, that's heavy words. Okay, we only have a couple minutes. We need to bring on our judges. There's a lot of talk about the fact that we have a woman. We only have one woman contender for Closers Olympics, but there's lots of noise around the fact that we could have our first female queen closer in 2023. Do you know anything about Toddy? Have you heard about Toddy? And what are your thoughts about Toddy? Perhaps
I interviewed her on my podcast. I think she's a sweet girl. But listen, there's a lot of stories, Aaron. Lots of stories are told during Closers Olympics season. Okay.
Yeah.
the way that I like to tell the story is lions, tigers, and bears. But just remember, I'm always the GOAT.
Yo, spoken in true RJ Bates fashion. With that said, we need to bring on our judges. RJ, we love you. We hate you. You are the man of the hour. Everybody's going to be watching your rounds with keen anticipation. As always, with that said, what words do you have before we bring on our judges? Final words, press conference.
The really esteemed judging panel we have this year, half of them are people that I've beaten in previous Closers Olympics, so I don't know how they got this job. That's adorable. Also, some people have been saying I just order tape when I close. Just going to say this. Here we are for the third time. People are saying that I'm not going to win. I don't know what it takes. I mean, I could freaking walk on water, and y'all would say it's because I can't swim. So I'm looking forward. I'm space for my fake wrestling belts. That's what they're coming for, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm adding another one back there. We're just going to have to get a bigger bookcase when this is over.
Come on now. I love it. I love it. RJ, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you. We love you. And with that said, let's bring on our judges. So with that said, I want to know in the comments section, y'all, before we bring our judges on, who do y'all think is going to take this year's Closers Olympics 2023? All right. Let's bring on our judges. First and foremost, we have the one and only Donovan Ruffin out of Dallas, Texas. Well, I mean, we're talking heavyweight, 3,000 deals done, right? They call him the Drake of real estate. Sexiest beard in the game, high yellow, rich. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Donnie, we're bringing him on right now. He's going to be judging on day one. We also have my guy, Danny G. And Danny G, this is a major player, y'all. Danny G is not only known for having incredibly nice hair, but this man is really out here building businesses and impacting lives. And so we're going to bring Danny G on, Daniel G as well. And we have the one and only Steven Morales, the man himself, the myth, the legend. Steven has not only competed in
600 people.
He's not only competed in the Closers Olympics, but he also really does this business. We're talking over 750 deals, and got his teeth cut in door-to-door sales. We're excited to get some value from our judges. Let's go ahead and bring our judges on right now.
Oh, people can see me. What up? What up?
What's good? What's good? What's good, Donnie? And Steven, what up?
What's up?
Man, everything. So really quick, we only have a couple minutes, y'all. But look, I always say this. This is how you know Closers Olympics is a big deal, because I feel like the players who were involved are important people to this industry. Like we'll start with you, Donnie. You're somebody who has a massive imprint in this industry, not only through what you do with branding and what you do to impact the community, but your actual businesses, bro. Like what your businesses are doing. Like it's hard for me to talk to anybody who hasn't done a deal with you guys. So I mean, what would you say, Donnie, that speaks to the value of Closers Olympics and why you're involved with it this year, 2023?
Well, to be honest, like I mean, like you say, like we do this shit for real, right? So it's just like, you know, it's obviously not just me. We have a great, amazing staff. We have great leadership at our company, but I think most importantly, you know, consistency is staying power, right? So I've been in this industry since 2015, and I mean, you both know a lot of people come and go, you know, but you know, we always stick through the game, and that's where we learn the most. And obviously, as far as like Closers Olympics and stuff, I mean, I've trained plenty of acquisitions through the years, so it's just, seeing people with no experience come in and have amazing experience and make a ton of money doing it, even in just acquisitions, it's super fulfilling for me to see. This is why I show up every day and continue to do it, is just to put people on and see people do amazing things through the power of real estate and wholesaling. But yeah, I think you're right, man. It's just like, I always think about it all the time. It's just like, I never wanted to be a guru, but when you do a lot of deals, it's just bound to happen, right? So it's just obviously it's pretty cool to see how many transactions we're able to do within the community. I mean, I'm sure we've done deals with a lot of people that are watching this right now, and we'll continue to do so. So that's what we're here to do, man. We're continue to empower, serve, and put people on.
I love it. I love it. Steven Morales, the man with the plan, competed on Closers Olympics 1. Just someone as well who's just you've had a massive imprint in this industry, bro. Let me ask you this, Steven, from somebody who's actually done a deal desk, gone live, and just been in the trenches. What are you looking for as a judge for Closers Olympics Day 1, bro, to get it popped off?
I think one of the biggest differences between this year and last year is that a lot of people, I think the reason RJ does so good as what he does is because he's just himself. He keeps it authentic. And I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to fit into this perfect script or box, and they sound like robotic. You guys got to be yourself. Talk to the seller like a friend. That's one of the things. Everybody should have like a blueprint of how the call should go. But at the end of the day, you're talking to a human. They have a problem. If you focus on the solution, whether it's a cash offer or creative finance or whatever that is, you got to have more tools in your toolbox. That's definitely something that I'm looking for, because the days of just giving cash offers is it's not the same. We're not in the same market. You got to have more options with homeowners in order to really, take advantage of the situation and make sure not only you're helping them, but it makes sense. The numbers have to make sense where it's profitable to you as well.
I love it, man. I love it. Donnie, I remember you and I, we had a podcast that we did a few years back, and you had talked about building out a sales organization. Sales is how you got your cut, your first bite out of capitalism. That's where you first started to see major money. What are you looking for, bro? We got an idea what Steven's looking for. What are you going to be looking for as a judge?
Man, I'm looking for aggression, right? So obviously in this business, and it obviously consistency is one thing, but being able to withhold and work with somebody that has real motivation, being able to communicate effectively and to kind of like guide people in the right direction and really take full control of conversations, because that's really what it's all about. When we're talking about people's largest asset that they purchased in their entire lifetime, sometimes it takes a little bit of a push in the right direction for people to make the right decision. So I'm really excited to see what some of these closers are able to do. But most importantly, there's a lot of people in this Closers Olympics that I have never met, never seen, never even saw their names before. So I think it's super cool that they're not just putting the top tier of the the gurus in the guru space on there. They're actually getting people to qualify and make a name for themselves and do this for real. So I'm really excited to see some people step up and destroy RJ Bates.
What do you think, Steven? Are we gonna see a legacy tour by RJ or
there's non-gurus out there that are better closers than gurus out there, man. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Like, we're seeing people that we don't really see in the spotlight perform really well and give a different perspective, and it teaches a lot of people different styles, different ways of approaching conversations with homeowners. So that's definitely some new faces I'm looking forward to seeing.
I love it. Donnie, Steven, we appreciate you guys. We're incredibly excited to have you a part of, especially day one, to get this thing popped off, where the energy is going to be absolutely wild. We'll see you guys there. Thank you for showing love at the press conference. Let's make it happen. With that said, y'all, if it wasn't for our partners who believe in the Closers Olympics vision, we would have no Closers Olympics this year. And so we want to give a major shout out to Lead Solo, all right? And they provide, and the reason why is because what they do to put on for the community, they put on and believe in the vision of a Closers Olympics. and they're supporting the community. It's because of them that millions of dollars are being transacted every single year. They provide leads 100% exclusive and delivered to you in real time. But rather than me telling you, we're just going to show a quick video, and then we're going to keep the press conference going. Let's run the video really quick.
Lead Zolo. Lead Zolo.
Lead Zolo.
Lead Zolo.
Lead Zolo. If you're looking for hot leads, you gotta reach out.
The leads from Lead Zolo has been some of the best leads that I've actually called on.
I can't believe the quality of the leads. We are using them for your leads. You need to study.
You don't have to pull lists. You don't have to cold call. You don't have to talk to people that aren't interested in selling their property. We're just able to close motivated sellers.
When a Lead Zolo lead comes in, it's all hands on deck, and we know at this point that those are our best quality source for leads.
If you guys aren't using them, I highly recommend them.
If you want to be closing deals like the closers here at Closers Olympics, then you need to have the same hot off-market leads that they're working. I'm talking exclusive, high-quality leads of motivated sellers who actually want a cash offer delivered within 13 seconds of them filling out the form. We're not talking about marketplaces where leads are sitting and getting stale. We're talking about your phone buzzing the moment a lead comes in. And just for being here at the Closers Olympics, what we want to do at Lead Zolo is offer you your first 6 lead starter package for as little as $894. That is a $2,100 value for $894. Our regular price for the leads are $350, but if you sign up now, you'll be able to get these leads at $149. Plus, we'll also be able to give you the 3 bonuses included. So go to leadzolo.com/leads to check out our bonuses and lock up a $5,391 value lead package for as little as $894.
Holy smokes, we love to see it. Nothing but value on value on value. With that said, y'all, on Closers Olympics, it's not only the closers that we're learning from, right? All of us are learning vicariously through individuals that are putting their brands on the line, and they're actually making calls and closing deals in front of us. But what we also learn from is the judges, right? There's so much value you can get from individuals who are generating millions of dollars, true and tried tested individuals in this industry offering their critique live. It's almost like being a part of a live boot camp where it's being done right in front of you and being critiqued. So it's individuals who already are at the top of their craft being critiqued by their peers and by individuals who are further along in business than they are. So it's an incredible way for all of us to learn vicariously. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about judges, our judges who are going to be judging on day 2. And we're excited about this. We'll bring up a flyer right now. And we have the one and only Christina Aguilera. Let me tell you about Christina Aguilera, y'all. I could spend a whole hour just on her bio because of the things that she's done, the people that she's impacted. She invests full-time in St. Louis. This is somebody I consider a mentor. Also kind of like a big sis, just such an incredible human being doing absolutely incredible things in business because she understands the way business works and probably one of the most humble spirits as well. Christina Aguilera will be judging on day 2, which I'm really, really excited to see. We also have Mr. Steve Trang. Y'all don't know this about my man Steve Trang, but my man not only does Kung Fu in real life, he does Kung Fu in business, fam. I'm not even like capping. Somebody that I definitely look up to and has impacted the community in such an incredible way. And we have also Darren Smith. Darren Smith is an entrepreneur and somebody leaving his imprint in a major, major way in the industry. Let's go ahead and bring our judges on the screen and let's get some insight from them.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on,
What's
everybody?
good? Oh snap! I said Darren Smith,
I think
bro.
that's his legal name.
Yeah, everybody know me as
that's
Smith.
government.
It's all cool. You call me whatever.
I was like,
bro.
who's
I
that?
look forward to meeting you someday, Aaron. I've been following you for a while, bro.
Likewise, bro. Likewise. That's wild, bro. They had you like you're really DMX, but they called you like Earl. So they had me calling you Earl out here, bro.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So really quick, we're incredibly excited to have you guys as judges on day 2. Day 2 is when things really start to heat up, as y'all know. So it's like it's the anchor of the Closers Olympics. So let's talk with Christina Aguilera first. Every time I see you, Christina, I smile and I want to hug you.
Thank you. I want to hug you too.
Your energy is incredible. You are running an incredible organization as a whole. Sales is something you really, really understand, and sales is something that you do on a day-to-day basis for your team, just in a different capacity, in my opinion. So what would you say you're looking for as a judge, and what's something that you're looking to take away from Closers Olympics?
I think it's more the creativity. I do like that the creative aspect is going to be in play, because it's something that's on the books now. It's something that's very evident and people are integrating into their business. And I think that if you can get creative, right, you can sustain any kind of market changes. So I'm really excited for that. I'm also really excited just to see the creativity aspect of it, right? I think a lot of times, because I am building like sales curriculum and processes for people, I think a lot of times like people get so, Donovan kind of talked about it earlier, but they get so rigid on what the structure needs to be that they lose their personality. So just bringing back that human aspect, really building rapport and like the human aspect, which you guys know I love, is building that rapport and like the commonality and loving on people, and finding a solution for their problem. I think that's what I'm really excited about for sure.
I love it. I love it. You know what I love about you, Christina? I've been following your content for years. Your narrative never changes. You're improving and refining and growing. But I remember this being some of the first content I ever saw you about, and you were talking about why many people have an advantage in sales because they don't lose that human factor, and that the ability to connect with other humans. It sounds so simple. What they call they call it soft skills.
Yeah.
But
that needs to be the first thing in any sales curriculum. And we need to talk about soft skills because it's something that a lot of times some people just don't have it, to be honest. And so like key points and like listening, like sometimes, we're so rigid on like what's next on our script or what's next on the QA checklist that we forget, like someone just said something that could really draw me that could draw them closer to me, or that could be part of my solution for them.
Powerful. With that said, this next gentleman, Steve Trang, I was matched up against this gentleman on our first Closers Olympics. It was supposedly supposed to be this poetic justice thing, and I was supposed to like where the mentee beats the mentor, and it was supposed to be this huge thing. I even had a whole movement of people behind me supporting me to beat this gentleman. I got my tail kicked and handed to me, Mr. Miyagi status. And no, but Steve Trang, so excited to have you here, man. You actually are, from my perspective, you're actually known for not only real estate disruptors, but even more prominently for me, I guess, is because I was one of your mentees for so long. For sales, like you teach sales. You even have a book that you literally wrote about sales, which is absolutely incredible. I made sure everybody on my team read it, by the way. So for you and where you are and where you've grown in business, like what are some of the things that you're looking for, and what's something that you're looking to take away from the event? Dang, he's muted. All that anticipation. We can't hear you, Steve.
You like drawed it up so good. I was ready, and then it was just lips moving.
I had butterflies and everything.
There we go. All right,
There you go.
Someone muted me. I got sabotaged. All right, so I think the biggest thing I'm looking for is commitment to mastery. I want to see someone that's in love with the process. And I love everything Christina said, right? Like the human element, because I think the human element's important. That's why it's so shocking every time RJ wins, right? But
yes,
I'm looking for the commitment to actually focus on your craft, get better at your craft. Because sales is one of those things that everyone thinks they're good at sales, and they don't know what they don't know, right? And so I think what I'm looking for, and when we're assessing, is are they following some sort of process? Doesn't have to be our process, doesn't have to be Christina's process, doesn't have to be, some other sales trainer's process, but do they have what looks like a process where they sound more or less the same from call to call to call to call? And I'm not saying the exact overcoming objection the same way, but are they leading the conversation the same way? Or does every call just sound like it's completely brand new? So I'm looking for someone that actually has a process that they're committed to, that they can respond accordingly to any objections. What I'm looking for, honestly, I'm looking for the next big player in the space. We got the 6 challengers, right? We got the qualifiers. I'm looking for the next person that's gonna, plant their flag in the ground. Look, everyone knew myself and RJ as podcasters back in the day before the 2020 Olympics, and we opened some eyes, right? I think we were the 2 underdogs. We were also the loudest during, I think, on the way up to the
meme game. Meme game was on fleek for sure.
Yeah, right. But nobody knew that we actually had sales skills, that we've actually been in the business for a while. They only knew us as podcasters. So we got 6 people here that may not have a brand right now. I'm looking for them to create their brand, plant their flag in the ground, let the world know that they've arrived.
I love that, dude. Think about Monif Saza, bro. Nobody knew him before last closer, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He said this is his story, but nobody knew him before the last closer. Now you see him
All right, we're gonna
really
have to
utilize the momentum of that brand. Oh, dang. Am I back?
You're good.
You back.
My bad.
I was gonna cover for you. Don't worry.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
I was
that.
ready.
I thought your internet was dead. I was talking trash about you.
Wow. No, but no, I love that. I love that so much. You're absolutely right. I was just referencing Munif and how nobody knew him before the last closest Olympics, but now his brand is just blown up because of it,
And it's crazy. Like, even though RJ won last year, he's still a nobody. It's nuts.
Absolutely, bro. This is why I really appreciate having Steve Trang here to help me ward off RJ's overconfidence for sure. Mitt, my guy, what are you looking for as a judge? Number one, you're somebody who has impacted in a major way, which is why you're here. And so we're honored to have you. But what are you looking for based on what you do in the business and your
experience? Well, first and foremost, bro, I'm a student of the game, right? I was a big believer, like you said earlier, in marketing. If you market enough, you're gonna close deals, whether you are a good salesperson or not. So for the past 24 months, as a teacher, man, I've been committed to actually learning. As you can see, man, like I'm reading, I'm taking notes. So I'm looking for a lot of different things that I'm actually learning in these books, and I learn a lot through podcasts, especially Steve Trang podcast. I'm looking for that real confirmation of somebody's getting the contract signed. I know I watched a couple years. I watched last year and another year. I think that was 2020, and we had people that got points for getting contracts signed, but I feel like the yes wasn't a confirmation yes. It was more of that counterfeit yes, just to, you know what I mean, just to hurry up and get off the phone. So I'm looking at a lot of different things, bro. Again, I'm a student first, so I'm gonna be learning myself, but I know what to look for when it comes to a closer for sure, man.
I love that energy, man. I love that energy. I haven't heard anybody bring that out or talk about that. You said it's not just a yes. It's like, what kind of yes was it, right? Because we know.
We got some yeses. Absolutely.
No, but I love to hear that. I love to hear that. With that said, we're gonna bring on day 3 judges. But before we do, really quick, y'all, if you only had 30 seconds to give advice for anybody, for the competitors who are listening, based on from the judge's perspective, 30-second Reader's Digest advice for contenders, what would you say, Christina?
I think just be yourself, honestly, and connect with the sellers. At the end of the day, that's really what gets us contracts. People buy from people that they like and trust, right? We've heard that since the beginning of time. So just bring back that human factor. Don't be so concerned with winning a competition that you fail to like connect with someone or rush through a process. I know that the clock is ticking, so I'm not oblivious to that. But these are the best conversations that you can have in order to actually connect with someone and get them to that yes that Mitt is talking about.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What about you, Steve? What advice would you offer?
The best salesperson understands the other person more than they understand themselves. So whoever is the best at actively listening and can play poker as if the other person's got their cards up, that's what I'm looking for. So be a good listener, uncover roadblocks, really seek to serve, and that's how you're going to win with me.
Come on. Steve, if nobody has told you this, your voice is magnificent, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's therapeutic. It is, man.
I need one of those mics.
Facts. Mitt, what about you, man? You're judging day 2. You're anchoring the event on day 2, Big Pop. So what would you say you're looking for?
First and foremost,
I'm sorry, not what you're looking for. What advice would you offer?
I'm looking for whatever.
You know
the flow of the conversation, man.
Yeah.
Is the person looking at you as a friend, or are they looking at you as a salesperson?
Mm.
I love a good flow of a conversation to get to the closing, man. And one more thing, y'all got me. I just realized this. Y'all got me judging on Saturday, which is the day of the fight. So I'm missing the fight. So we better get some closers, man. We better
get some fights.
Y'all really got me missing the fight, and it's okay. I'm doing it for y'all, but I hope I get some real good closes, some real good information. Is people better close deals.
That's right. That's right.
I tell you that much.
Hey, for us to miss the fight, it better be a fight and closes Olympics.
Absolutely.
In the ring.
Salute. I love it.
I'll instigate.
Facts. Listen, y'all are the energy. So y'all stir the pot whenever y'all are judging. You know what I mean? Because that sort of energy definitely makes a difference. But guys, we really appreciate having y'all. Christina, Steve, Mitt, we appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all guys on game day. Yeah. All right, with that said, y'all, on day 3, we're incredibly excited. We're going to talk about our day 3 judges who are coming through to help us find out who's the king or queen closer, and we're incredibly excited about it. Let's bring on our flyer for day 3 judges. And while we're bringing on the flyer for our judges on day 3, I want you guys to comment hashtag CO23. At the end of the event, we're giving away a VIP package where you can enter for a chance to win. And the value of this is worth more than even what the VIP costs, y'all. It's the value that you're going to get from being in such close proximity to individuals actually doing this business. All right, so make sure to hashtag CO23. CO23, hashtag CO23 in the comment section. All right, so let's talk about our judges on day 3. We have the one and only, the honorable Brent Daniels. I love this man to death. I have such a high regard for this gentleman because he is responsible for helping me take my business to my first 6-figure month. Every time I see this man, I always want to hug him and kiss him on the forehead. They say that he has some of the biggest biceps in the game. Not only that, but he's the leader of the Rhino tribe, the host of Wholesaling Inc. Over 1,500 deals under his belt. And what y'all didn't know is that this man used to be a certified personal trainer. You heard it here first. The one and only Mr. Brent Daniels. We're going to be bringing him on right now to get his insight and thoughts about Closers Olympics. What's up, Big Daddy Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP? How the heck are you doing, man?
It is time. I am so excited. Here's the interesting thing. Here's what everybody has to understand about this business. Once you realize that 95% of this business has nothing to do with real estate is the day that you start making massive deals. That is the day that you start bringing in incredible income. When you realize that your ability to have conversations and make offers with people that have personal problems with their property and match them up with people that want to buy problem properties to make a profit is the day that you really build something special. And that's what this Olympics is all about. This is about the people skills. This is about the skills of building rapport, of negotiating, of creative options, handling objections, identifying pain, getting the verbal agreements, signing contracts, and getting extreme ROIs. That is the 40 points that we score on. That's what we're looking for in this. You've asked every judge, what are you looking for in this? That's what we're looking for in this. It is all built into the criteria that we judge everybody's performance. And understand this. There are no winners and losers in this. Of course, there's going to be somebody that's crowned the champion of this, but they are truly not competing against each other. They are competing against the situations that get dropped into their laps. That's where the magic is. Every single person participating in this can teach you something. So don't just skip to day 3 and think that that's where all the magic and the sauce is. It's going to be on day 1, first person, second person, third person, fourth, going all the way down to the championship bout. It's going to be absolutely bananas. This is a must see. You got to bring your pad of paper. You got to bring your pen. You got to bring an open mindset, and you need to let this teach you how to build your skills so that you can be more valuable in the marketplace. That's the point of this competition. That's why people sign up for this. That's why people get excited for this. And that's the reason that we all get together and we all do this for our industry so that we can upgrade this industry and make us better.
Absolutely. And you've been doing that for years, Brent. We love you for it. We want to get more of your insights, and we're going to actually we're going to spin the wheel with you here on the screen with us, which we're really, really excited about. With that said, we have one more person that we're going to bring on who's also going to be judging on day 3. This gentleman is your guru's guru. This gentleman is somebody who is massively advocating for advancing the standards of wholesaling real estate and investing as a whole. He's somebody that many of you have been consuming his content. He's done thousands of deals. He has a home in Puerto Rico where he has his entire tribe of humans that he lives with. He boasts $1,000 plus in Costco purchases every single month to feed his family. I love this guy so much. Guys, please welcome on the one and only Jerry freaking Norton. My guy, the one, the myth, the legend. What's up, Jerry?
How we doing? Hey, Brent, Aaron.
What's up, Jerry?
I'm going to wear I saw Aaron with his hat backwards, so I'm going to wear my hat backwards too.
You guys are so cool.
Brent's hair is too nice to put a hat on, man.
I know.
It doesn't fit. Yeah.
All right. With that said, I really want to honor you guys' time. We're a little bit behind on schedule, but we appreciate y'all being flexible with us. Jerry, you're going to be judging on day 3, which is all of the cream of the crop are pushed, as it were, for day 3. Everybody who's outlasted everybody else in the competition. Is there something in particular that you're looking for as somebody who, like, dude, you go live or you release content with you actually making calls. You've been doing this since before it was cool. Like you've been dropping this content for some time, and you're somebody who we consider an expert. What are you looking for per se whenever you're judging? There's a standard criteria, but is there something that you're interested in seeing and something you're looking to take away?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I want to be entertained. I'm hoping to be entertained, meaning I want to see emotion. I want to see excitement. I want to see somebody's life get changed, right? A problem solved. That's what makes the phone fun. That's what makes it exciting. I like to see a challenge. If it's just follow a script and we say the same things, for me personally, I get bored with that really quickly. I don't want to see that like scripted type of conversation. I want to see an authentic conversation. So I'm really excited to just see. What I like to look for is can somebody listen, take some information, use that information to build it into their sales presentation, or use it to build rapport or structure their close. That I think is real talent when you can pivot on the fly with the information you're gathering from a seller and be able to create a natural flow through that conversation to a close. So I'm hoping to see that.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I love to see it. I love to see it. With that said, let's figure out who is going to be actually competing on day one. We have Jerry Norton and Brent Daniels on the screen with us to do this. I need to know from our operations team, can we start spinning the wheel and introducing people? If not, I definitely have questions from the trenches that we can ask these two specialists in our field. While we're waiting on whether or not we're ready to spin the wheel, Brent, you're somebody who's boasted thousands of calls from the trenches. Now leading the charge, as it were, with TTP, right? Talking to people. Like, this is literally what we're doing here. For those that are in the audience, what are some things that they should be looking for if they're watching this? Obviously, there's a measure of entertainment. The trash talk is fun. It's exciting to see your favorite superstar from social media closing deals, competing against other people. But on an instructional side, what should I be looking for if I'm in the audience?
Yeah, listen, I think Jerry talked about it. You got to be versatile on the phones. We don't know who we're calling. They don't know who they're calling. So it really doesn't matter as long as you can understand and open up the conversation where the person on the other end of the line is talking more, and you're asking really good questions to discover if they're ready, if their timeline is right now to be able to close it. That's going to be absolutely critical. But it comes down to all of the judging criteria. You know what I mean? How quick can they build that rapport? How quickly can they make people feel comfortable and knock down that force field that people will naturally have when you're calling them? When people are kind of trying to play the game of, hey, you give me a price, and no, you're calling me, and you're the one that wants to buy my house. You tell me all these things, and flipping it back and answering questions and being able to ask questions is going to be really, really, really important. So I think, listen, your tone of voice is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a tone of voice because that's your body language on your phone, on the phone. And so that's going to be really important. Active listening is really important. And when people ask you a question, you answer it and you ask a question back. That's really what I'm looking for. That's really the three skills that really make up a really strong call. And for me, I am excited. Like, something that's going to push somebody over the edge is if they get a deal in a tough market. Because listen, anybody can get a deal in Elephant's Breath, Wyoming. You know what I mean? Anybody can get a deal in the middle of Texas. Anybody can get a deal in Indianapolis or Memphis or, some of these other areas that people are just giving away properties. That's not what I'm looking for. I want that Phoenix. I want that San Diego. I want that Denver. I want that Tampa. I want that Minneapolis. I want that Chicago. I want all of those. That's what I want. I want somebody that can get to the nitty gritty in a competitive market and have a great conversation with the property owner and close that deal. That's what's going to push it over the edge for me.
I love it. I love it. So what I'm gathering from talking to all of these judges over the last 45 minutes or so is our judges, guys, are getting stricter this year. You know what I mean? This is our third Closers Olympics, and the standards should be increasing. And we heard from one of our previous judges, they're not even just looking for the yes. Jerry alluded to it. We're looking for a solid yes, where you can see that somebody's actually winning, somebody's life is being changed. That and what you're just saying now, Brent, like, you want to see a little bit of a fight, to reel that tuna in. So that's exciting.
I love massive deals. I love massive deals. I want deals that make 50,000, not 5,000. It's great. I love it. When you're getting started, make $1 on it. Pull some kind of income out of the ether so that you have proof of concept. But at some point in your career, in your business, you have to increase the amount of money you make on every deal. And that is 100% based on your skills.
Powerful, 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 powerful. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hop into spinning the wheel, and we're going to see who all is going to be competing. And and making this thing happen. Before we do that right now, Jerry, how cool is this, dude, that these individuals we're spinning the wheel on, these individuals, these are not like what you would call the big brand people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These aren't the influencers, as it were. These are the people who are the qualifiers. You know what I mean? I really want one of these qualifiers to win, but let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see who's going to be competing first, who's going to be going first. All right, so we have Anthony Carmona out of San Dimas, California. He's done about 50 plus deals. Okay. All right. Anthony, can we Bring Anthony on just briefly? Or should we wait until after we spin the wheel, y'all? Okay, all right. So Anthony is going to be going first. Really, really excited about that. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel again to see who's going to be going second. Once we have the matchups, guys, we're going to bring on Pace Morby, and we're gonna instigate some pretty high energy. Next, we have Scotty Balsamo out of Los Angeles, California. He's done 300 plus deals. Just quick little, insight on this guy. Used to listen to a lot of emo music and cut his teeth in sales for a tech company. I love it. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel again. Scotty, you're going second, Big Daddy. All right, next we have Kendall, it looks like. Kendall K2 Ficken, the second, over 250 deals done, hailed out of Atlanta, Georgia. And quick little fun fact about Kendall is Kendall likes playing chess, and I love to garden in my backyard. In the bio. Wow, I love it. Little known fact, Kendall was a barber for 12 years. All right, we're spinning again, and it looks like we're going to go to Noah Wilder. Noah Wilder was actually a fan favorite on Closers Olympics number 2. Noah has done over 100 deals. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina, and he flies airplanes. I did not know that about Noah Wilder. That's crazy. Let's spin the wheel last time and see who's going next and who's going last. Rich Wonders. Rich Wonders is actually out of Phoenix, Arizona. He's done over 300 deals. He was a world karate champion at 11 years old. Holy crap. That's got to play into like being good at sales somehow, dude. So I guess that leaves Ricky. My man Ricky is going to be going last. Let's spin the wheel and see. But yeah, we have the one and only Ricky, and here's the thing: Ricky has competed before and was a fan favorite. That's Ricky Morgan out of Gilbert, Arizona, over 100 deals. Got his teeth cut in sales early on in his career, and is also a scratch golfer. All right, so Ricky's going to be going last. With that said, we're going to put our matchups together right now. Should we bring up our next guest, or should we? Or should we? I have selfish questions that I want to ask these two icons in front of me.
Now, Aaron, on the first day, it's the 3 highest scores advance.
That's right. That's right.
So they're not competing against each other. Again, they're not competing against each other in this. They're competing against the situation, but it's not a head-to-head.
That's right. Yep. That's right. The oh, you know what? Actually, so we just did the day 1 wheel. Now what we're gonna do is the day 2 wheel. But you're absolutely correct, Brent. That's exactly right. The top 3 are gonna advance to compete with our influencers on day 2 and 3. All right, we're gonna bring up our day 2 contenders. Now, these are individuals who are influencers in the community, as well as we have some winners as well. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's create our lineup for day 2. Number 1, going first, is Munif Saza. Munif is an interesting story. He comes in, nobody knows this kid. Comes in clutch on one of our qualifier calls last year, and advances very quickly, becomes like a fan favorite. Advances to the finals in the rounds, goes head to head with RJ Bates, and now his brand is taken off. Like, you can't turn on your social media without seeing Munif Saza. Got his start in sub 2 community. Just really cool story. That's like the one of the greatest underdog stories. Let's go ahead and spin. Munif is going first, so I know like everybody's gonna absolutely freaking love that for day 2. Let's spin the wheel again. Boom. Number 2, we have Naaman Taylor. So we have Munif, who got his start in sub 2. Naaman Taylor, who got his start in Titanium Crucible. Also somebody, very cool story, got, a lot of his brand awareness came from Closers Olympics Part 2 when he competed. And now you see this guy everywhere. Very cool. It's cool to see like these new generations coming up and crushing it in business. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel again. Munif, then Naaman. This is going to be a really dope day. Toddy Tediment. Is it going to be Toddy next? Oh, yeah, it's going to be Toddy. Shout out Toddy. Such an incredible human being. The only female competitor for Closers Olympics this year. And word on the street is that she is a fan favorite this year. Like, people are actually going for her to be queen closer, the first queen closer on record. Let's spin the wheel again. It's not taking away our options, which I feel like it should be, but then we have Max Jimenez. I love to see it. Don't sleep on Max Jimenez, guys. That guy is a straight closer, man. Keith Everett, aka Real Estate Diddy, will be going next. Hashtag let Keith close. Keith Real Estate Diddy. If we can remove Munif, I think that would actually. Okay, well, yeah. So now he's out. Let's go ahead and spin again. All right, we have Arthur. All right. So Arthur, let me see. I don't have a bio for Arthur, but if he's here, I'm sure he's important. And Arthur, we love you. All right, let's go ahead and spin again. Arthur was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, so I just know you're a dope. Oh, Art Sanchez, my bad. Art Sanchez. Art Sanchez is a major player in this game, y'all. I'm actually really excited about that. I've never heard him referred to as Arthur. Then we have Tony Romero, a.k.a. Mark Cuban of Real Estate. By the way, guys, Art Sanchez is out of Phoenix, 500-plus deals, and he has an incredible story. After Art Sanchez, it'll be Tony Romero, Young Millionaire, and then Elijah Rubin, the Black Jew, aka the real estate Drake. And then, wow, as irony would have it, the fan favorite, Mr. RJ Bates III, the Stone Cold Steve Austin of real estate, is going to be going last on day 2. And I'm sure he would have had it no other way.
Well, I'll tell you what. I bet he wishes it was the middle of the day. He's gonna be late in the day. That's a tough slot. That's the night. That's like being on the outer lane on a track meet. You know what I'm saying? RJ's got his work cut out for him, but RJ is like Conor McGregor and Joey Chestnut in one person, right? You know, the hot dog eating champ guy that's like undefeated.
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
undefeated on my card every time. And I thought that he's won both times. But he's got his work cut out, because you know as well as I do, it starts getting late in the day. This thing drags on. East Coast sellers, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough spot. It's a really tough spot. RJ is starting in a tough spot. So
I wonder if he's worried. RJ, are you worried? Are you worried
he's
about that?
not worried.
Nope. I don't
No.
think so.
No, he's not worried.
Even if he was, I don't think he would tell us, Jerry. You know what I mean? He was talking so much trash. He's been talking so much trash this season. It's not even funny. With that said, let's bring up another icon in the industry, and let's talk industry insights as we take this to the next level. Let's bring on Pace Morby.
Come on.
Yo, what up?
Come on.
Holy smokes.
Where are you, Pace?
My very, very best friends on the planet. What's up, guys? How you doing?
We can hear you. We can't see you, brother.
Pace, are you in the back RV closet? Where are you?
He's still in the trunk.
Are you in the trunk?
I'm in the Escalade in Montana. I'm like 5 hours south of you, Jerry.
Why is your screen black?
I don't know. I can see myself.
You must be on mute or on your camera off. No,
my camera. I can see myself.
Huh.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Oh dang. Yeah, Rube. I'm gonna leave. I'll come right back.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll see you in a bit. So this is really dope to have all of us here. Jerry, where are you right now? Are you in Montana?
Yeah, I'm in Montana. Yeah.
I love it. You're at the cabin?
At the lake house, yeah.
At
Not
the lake
where
house,
you stayed, the one 2 doors down.
Oh, okay, dope. So really quick before we bring Pace on, I gotta say, I got a chance to stay at Jerry Norton's lake house in Montana, and that is some of the freshest air that I have ever breathed in my life. It was absolutely incredible. My family absolutely loved it. Jerry, you're so freaking amazing. We were hoping to mastermind with you when we were there, but we missed you by a couple weeks.
Missed you. Aaron, isn't that amazing where you're laying in that bed up in the master and you're looking out that slider at the lake and the mount? I mean, it's just, is there a more amazing view you've ever seen in your life?
Absolutely freaking incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible, man. It was awesome. Every morning I had a cup of coffee and was just looking at the mountain and the reflection of the sky and the mountain off that lake, dude. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's something else. Unreal.
I love it. All right. So while we're waiting for Pace to get back, let's talk about the import of closing in general, y'all. I mean, that's why we're here. The Closers Olympics is a sport. It is here to entertain. We're gonna have a crap ton of fun, but the idea behind it is to continue to make closing cool. That's the thing, you know. Closing is and being able to close deals and solve problems. It's what changes us from being broke to having money to be able to make moves in life. So, Jerry, from your perspective, you know, what's something that helped you to be able to grow in your sales ability, and kind of improve in the skill set that everybody's looking to.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, for a while in the business, I didn't come from any formal sales background, and I focused way too much attention, and I see this quite common, on a presentation of facts rather than a transfer of emotion. And if you think about it, you know, the two biggest human motivators are wanting to gain something, right? Gain, and then fear of missing out. And so sales is really about that transfer of emotion, not a presentation of facts. So if we can get away from how old is your furnace and some of those things really don't even matter at the end of the day. It's, are you able to really connect with a person based on their wants and needs and where they're at in their life? And remember, we're dealing with distressed sellers, so there's hardship going on here. And you know, I've had sellers where they go with my offer and it's $20,000-$30,000 lower than other offers they got, and they go with me because I was able to know, like, and trust and build that connection. And so I think we can get to where it becomes so rote, I know for me, sometimes I'll get on the phone and it's just, you start to sound like a robot. Your energy starts to go down. So really good sales to me is just keeping that energy alive, being able to do like Brent talks about all the time. And that's the tonality. It's the ability to mirror the other person. I think one of my greatest strengths is just mirroring whatever that person's doing. I can instantly snap into a similar type of tone and demeanor and attitude, and just connect really quickly based on where they're at by doing that mirroring. So those are some of the things that I think are really important when it comes to, just being on the phones and talking with people.
Absolutely, man. Powerful. Let's do this really quick before we move forward. Let me bring on Pace. I think he's in the waiting room again. Hopefully
there
we
he
can
is.
see.
There he is. Come on.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Everything's working. Everything's working over here in freaking Montana Wi-Fi. Everything's good. You guys can see me now?
Audio and video is crystal clear, my friend.
Man.
So Pace, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna affirm everything that Jerry was just saying about connecting with the sellers and reminding everybody. For me, I'm not. Everybody has a different style, right? And my style is always making friends with my seller and making friends with my real estate agents, so that no matter what happens on that phone call, whether they have a house ready for me or they don't have a house ready for me, I walk away with a powerful relationship. In fact, some of my very best closes were not me closing a seller to buy a house. A lot of times it was me closing a seller to let them have private money, or they gave private money to me so I could go buy assets with. So remember, closing a seller is not always about a house. It's sometimes about getting private money, or maybe a connection to another seller, or a referral, or whatever. And you only do that by what Jerry was just saying. So it's about deep, meaningful relationships, not just connections, but long-term relationships. I know Jerry, I know Brent, I know you, Aaron. I'm sure that there's sellers that you guys closed 2 years ago that you're probably still speaking to, or you've done business with multiple times. Am I right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love that. What a powerful perspective. With that said, let's go ahead and bring on our matchups, and let's get a little instigation going on here. I'm really excited about this. We have our day one closers that we're gonna introduce right now.
Hey, Pace, this is a little late in the day for Monday to be taking a nap.
I know. You see her?
You're in trouble later.
That's a long night, bro.
I know.
But we have a rule: you never wake a sleeping baby. Never wake a sleeping baby.
I'm in Bozeman right now. We're doing a sub-2 community meetup at a park, and I told Elijah, I go, hey, I can be on, but I have a meetup. Right as my wife and I were pulling up to the park to get the kids out, and for me to start, jump on Closers Olympics, Monday falls asleep literally as they're getting out of the car. And so I go, I'll just take her with me. She'll be like the backdrop of Closers Olympics.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it how like the dads are like, they know exactly what a sleeping baby at this time means. the implications.
It means you're probably not getting laid. That's what it means to it.
Yeah. I don't know, Pace. You can get creative. You can get creative.
I can get creative, and I'm a pretty good closer. So Closers Olympics will get me through.
I love it. All right, so let's talk about this. So for day one, I'm not sure if you guys know the gentlemen, but we're gonna bring them on. We're gonna do our matchups. But do y'all have any thoughts or any idea who you think is gonna take day one? We have Anthony. We have Anthony G. Let me see here. Yeah, we have Anthony Carmona out of California. We have Scotty Balsamo out of Los Angeles, California. We have Kendall Ficken out of Atlanta, Georgia. By the way, every one of these contenders has done a minimum of 50 deals. I want to say our range between our contenders on day one is between 50 and 300 deals. Noah Wilder, 100 plus deals. Rich Wonders out of Phoenix, Arizona. And then we have Ricky Morgan out of Gilbert, Arizona. Do you guys know, do y'all know these fellas? And who would y'all say?
Yeah, I know Ricky really well.
know
Love
Ricky.
Ricky. Rich Summers is really great. Both Arizona boys. They're both closers. They both do deals. Ricky does deals nationwide, which is cool. He does virtual a lot, and I believe New Jersey is his market. Both those guys I can verify are great closers. But one thing that's interesting, Aaron, is you point out how many deals they've closed. But let's remind ourselves that last year, RJ Bates almost lost it to Munif, who had just entered. He had just entered the industry 5 months prior.
Oh,
Okay?
I did not know that, Pace. I didn't know this tidbits.
Yeah, so
I didn't
just
know that Munif was 5 months in the game.
Yo, 5 months in the game. Here, let me tell you a quick story about Munif, okay? When Munif he decides I'm going to get into this industry. He goes to my DMs and he says, "Why should I join Sub 2?" And I said, "Let me tell you just one of 1,000 reasons why you should join Sub 2. We create the best closers in the industry. It's hands down." And he goes, "Well, how do you do that?" I said, "We have a role playing every morning for 4 hours. So we have students that are acting as sellers and students acting as agents and students acting as private money lenders, etc. This is 4 hours every day for your life. Okay. You have access to this." So Munif's like, "All right, I'm signing up." Literally 2 days later, he's in the role playing. He's on a fake phone call. Okay. Fake phone call, Aaron. He's the buyer. Another student is faking as the seller. And the student who's faking as the seller asks Munif his first question, and Munif freezes and hangs up a fake phone call. Okay. Five months later, this is what hard work and determination can do for you. Is 5 months later, Munif got second place in the Closers Olympics.
Whoa. Against one of the most hated men in real estate, RJ Bates.
So I just want to point out.
Yeah.
I want to point out to people, especially if you're a contestant you feel daunted by, hey, these guys have done 300 deals. Guys, I'm telling you, when Michael Jordan entered into the industry, into the NBA, the people on the Chicago Bulls have been there for 15 years. It doesn't matter how long you've been here. Okay, it matters how determined you are and really your grit. And Munif proved that last year by almost taking RJ Bates down. I think if Munif had been in the industry 5 months and 5 days, he would have easily taken RJ out.
Heavy words from the man himself. I love it, man. Okay, so I'm being told by our team on operations that we're going to announce our matchups, and then we're going to bring our honored judges back on the stage. Let's go ahead and go over right now our matchups. All right, so we're just gonna announce them right now, and then we'll make it happen and we'll keep it moving. So here's how it goes. Qualifiers on day one. It's going Anthony Carmona versus Scotty Balsamo. All right, this is going to be our first matchup. Big Daddy Anthony,
hey,
what
what's
we're
up,
gonna do,
bro?
man, it's incredible to have you here. All right, we don't have Scotty here, but Anthony, just really quick. You know, how are you feeling, man? Are you nervous, and how does it feel to literally be going first on day one?
Yeah, what's up, bro? Nice to meet you, by the way. I didn't know you made that song. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely nervous. You know, it's excited, and also I'm grateful to be a part of something so cool. So I'm excited to get those leads and hopefully close the deal, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Anthony, how old are you?
26.
I love it. And how long have you been doing this for?
Since like 2019, full time.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful, man. It's exciting to have you here, bro. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do in this game. Let me ask you this before we move on to our next matchup. We know that you're going against Scotty first. Obviously, you intend to win while you're here. Who's somebody you're looking for the smoke with?
Shoot, I mean, I'll take it one-on-one with anyone, honestly. A lot of rah-rah, but I mean, I'm ready to go. You know, it's closing deals. We do this all day.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So with that said, is there anybody who's going to be watching that you want to give a shout out to?
Dang, I mean, shout out to everyone who's helped me along the way. Like, you know, Max, a lot of people on this like program, even you know, I learned a lot from everyone here. So like, shout out to all you guys really who put this together.
I love it. I love it. Anthony, we're incredibly excited to see you crush it. And make sure to bring that energy on day one, Big Daddy.
Awesome. Nice meeting you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With that said, on day two, our next matchup is going to be Noah Wilder versus Rich Wonders. All right. Oh, my bad. No. My bad. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. It's actually going to be Kendall Flickin versus Noah Wilder. Kendall Flickin versus Noah Wilder. What's up, Kendall? How are you?
Oh, no way.
Yo, he's on his demon. He's on his demon time.
Hey, man, the forgotten closer, man. Hey, you don't need to see my face. We're just going to close. Hey, man, hold on, man.
Man, hold on. Where's my bandana at, man? All right. So look, round two is obviously on and popping. I'm incredibly excited. Kendall, this is my first time being introduced to you. So you know, 30 seconds or less. What are you looking to do whenever you get to the Olympics, and how do you feel about being here, bro?
Oh man, there's only one thing to do. That's win. That's what we're here to do. We're here to win, most definitely. Looking forward to going against everybody in the qualifiers and going against the people in day two and going against the people in day three. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to all of that, displaying my skill set and just introducing people to myself. People don't know me, so they about to find out though. Real talk.
Yeah. I love to see it. And now let me say this, Kendall. I don't know you, and so I'm excited to see you perform. But you know, Noah Wilder, he was one of the fan favorites in Closers Olympics too, and that's who you're popping off with. You know what I mean? Round two on day one. So do you feel a way about it, or what's your thoughts?
I feel absolutely no way. I love this. I want to go against the fan favorites. I want the fans to be super disappointed when they come to see their man, and then I want them to cross on over to this side and ride with your boy all the way to the finals. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we're going to do.
Ooh-wee. I love to see it. Noah Wilder, yes. I remember I keep to call it season 1 and season 2, so I'm just gonna say it because it's in my heart. So season 2, Closers Olympics. I remember when you came into the qualifiers, you were somebody that kind of took people like, yo, like this boy is kind of cold, like he's really nice. And so the fact that we've seen you grow along the way, and now you're back for season 3 Closers Olympics is wild to me. No pun intended. But what's your agenda, bro? Like what's your mindset going into your second time in Closers Olympics?
Yeah, honestly, man, I kind of have a chip on my shoulder right now. That's why I say the forgotten closer, because I feel like a lot of people forgot what I did in season 2, right? So it's time to show them again exactly what I can do, but even better, right? The stuff that I've learned that, you know, I got critiques on last time. Went back, revamped, went back to the tool shed, sharpened my skills, and now I'm back again. Just like I said I was going to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I remember that.
Go ahead, Poppy, my boy. Go ahead, Poppy.
So even though finished top 5 last year, it's okay though. It's okay though. Now we coming back for the crown. So that's where we at. We're gonna be on day 3 for sure, and we're gonna keep it moving from there.
It's like Drake said. How did Drake say it? He said, "I know I said top 5. I meant top 2, and I'm not 2."
I'm not 2.
With that said, I love the energy you guys are bringing, and those of you who are watching Closers Olympics for the first time this year, you got to understand there's a whole community behind Closers Olympics. There's a whole following behind Closers. Like, it's people who really eat this stuff. It's people that really take this stuff serious, right? So it's exciting to see people who have been around since season 1, season 2, and growing and actually building their brands off of it and coming back for vengeance. It's exciting to see. So Kendall and Noah, we're excited to see you guys bring that energy on day 2, on day 1, round 2, and let's get it. All right.
Appreciate it.
Round 3 on day 1, guys, is going to be Rich Wonders versus Ricky Morgan. This is actually really wild, y'all, because Rich Wonders he has a dope style, and Ricky Morgan is somebody who's already competed in Closers Olympics before. He's somebody who he's got that energy. He's got that energy pretty heavy. So let's see if we can bring him on, my man Rich Wonders and Ricky Morgan. All right, while we're bringing on our contenders, those of you in the comments section, who do you think is going to take it out of our first 2 rounds? We have number 1, we have Anthony and Scotty. I know y'all didn't get a chance to see Scotty, but on round 2, we saw Kendall and Noah Wilder on day 1, round 2. Who do y'all think is going to take it? Put it in the comments section. Do y'all think Kendall is going to be the man to take it? My man Kendall, aka K2, out of Atlanta, Georgia? Or do you think my man Noah Wilder out of Raleigh, North Carolina is going to take it? Now, I'm gonna share with you their stats while we're bringing in our next matchup. Noah Wilder has closed 100+ deals out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Kendall has closed 250+ deals out of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I say that just to share the stats, just so we can see, what we're messing with. But it's like Pace Morby said, you can't count somebody out because of the volume or their tenor in this business. So with that said, I don't know if Rich Wonders and Ricky Morgan are here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our next matchup, which is going to be on day 2. All right. Day 2, round 1, we have Munif Saza and Naaman Taylor. This is going to be wild, y'all. This is actually going to be really, really good because Munif and Naaman are both really, really good at what they do. All right. Oh, got you. Oh, got you. Real quick. Before we go on to day 2, my bad. Let's bring on Rich.
Yo, what's up, my man? Aaron, how's it going, bro?
Rich Wonders, how are you doing, my guy?
Man, doing beautiful, man. Just chilling in New York with my wife. Got a little anniversary trip, but had to make sure to clear out the schedule and holler at you guys, man. And I'm kind of mad you guys put me up against Ricky, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Ricky's a beast, and he already beat me once in the qualifying round. Like, I walked into it not really fully understanding the nature of the game.
Yeah,
I'm more of like, I like to wine and dine my sellers. I like to romance them a little bit. I'm not the type to just get in there and, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing against that style, right?
Sure.
No, it's not going to be any walk in the park. Like, it's all amazing closers. I'm excited we get to showcase our talents, let everybody see there's so many different ways you can close these deals.
Yep.
And if you can find a reliable system that you connect with, you can just rinse and repeat and do it over and over again, just like the judges were talking about. So.
Absolutely. You know what's interesting is I feel like I did get that sense, right? Like you were kind of a deer in the headlights, but your style is so butter, dude. And the fact that you're here, like, and you're able to prove it on this platform in front of this many people, bro, I think that you're really gonna have an impact on what a true closer is, because I don't think there's very many other contenders on who are going to be competing who have your style, the way you approach things. And not even, bro, I remember you had such an impact on me. That was the first time I'd ever seen you close the qualifier. There were notes I was taking. I was like, ooh, I like the way he worded that. You know what I mean? And I took notes and I took that back to my sales manager, and I'm like, can we see if we can implement this, man? This is dope. What do you think about this? And kind of just use him as a sounding board. But really quick, before since we don't have Ricky here for his 2 minutes, before we move on to our next round, give us a Reader's Digest version on your background in sales.
Man, so my dad was a salesman. He sold everything, cars, real estate, like a million different things, right? And so it's somewhat in my blood. But I sold Kirby vacuums for 9 years. I've sold biz-offs over the phone, like door-to-door selling $3,000 vacuums. Like I've done a lot of different sales stuff, but real estate is the ultimate vehicle. Like if you want to deploy sales skills in the right vehicle, this is the thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for the people that are going to be impacted, that maybe they're working another type of sales job, and then they see this and they say, hey, man, I see myself doing that. And then boom, change their life. And now dreams are coming true. Time's being freed up. You know what I mean? Changing their families, lifestyle and all that. It's beautiful, and I'm an example of that. So I'm super pumped to be a part of this.
I love it, man. I love it. Rich, we're excited to have you as a part of this program, man. And I know that you're going to crush it. I'm excited to see you compete. And we will see you on day 1, round 2, my friend. All right, brother. With that said, we have a quick video that we're going to watch. And this is, again, one of the reasons why we are here is because we have our sponsor partners who are helping us put on the Closers Olympics 2023. We're incredibly excited to have Investor Lift as one of our sponsor partners. We're going to play a quick video from them, and then we're going to go into day 2. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey guys, this is Robert Wensley, CEO of InvestorLift. Today, I'm very proud to announce we have officially launched InvestorLift Pro. Welcome to the InvestorLift family.
Welcome to InvestorLift. Let's do some deals.
Hey, this is Corey Geary, and I want to welcome you to the InvestorLift family.
Hey there, this is David with Nationwide Property Liquidators. So glad you've decided to join the InvestorLift family and working smarter, not harder, and cashing bigger checks. Let's get this.
Josh Cohen here, 3-Step Home Sale. Welcome all to the InvestorLift family. You guys have made an amazing decision. InvestorLift, guys, is a game changer. First deal came from InvestorLift, $75,000 assignment fee. The same buyer bought 2 more deals, and InvestorLift has absolutely blown up our business. I will see all you guys at the top.
Hey guys, this is Victor Rybacek in Washington State, Pacific Northwest. We are doing $300,000 to $500,000 in wholesales every month. Welcome to InvestorLift. Let's go.
What's up, guys? You just got into the InvestorLift family. Welcome. Y'all just made the best decision in your life. If you're trying to wholesale in a big way, you just got plugged into the best platform. Let's fucking go.
We love to see it. So many amazing advances happening in our industry. If you're of the mindset that this industry is saturated or that there's no more opportunity, I'm telling you, you are thinking way too small, because there is more opportunity for all of us to get rich and our families as well. With that said, let's go into day 2, our closers. But before we do, let's bring on Jerry and Brent to honor their time. They have been waiting for us in the background, and so really quick before we wrap up, I know you guys, we want to honor you guys' time. Final 3. Well, we haven't announced our lineup yet, so I'm gonna bring on the lineup for day 2, and then I know you got to leave in just a minute, Brent. Let's bring on our lineup for day 2, and then I want to get you guys' thoughts on who you think is gonna take it. All right. Day 2, we have Munif Saza versus Naaman Taylor. This is really, really cool. They both have their own brands now, which is dope. But to see that they both came from like the titanium camp and the sub 2 camp, you know what I mean? It's just, you know that everybody in titanium is going to be rooting, and sub 2, that's going to be a lot of fun. Can we bring them on, guys, while we have Jerry and Brent here? For like 30 seconds, or do y'all want me to just announce them while we're waiting for to see if we have them in the background? We're just gonna announce everybody on day 2, round 2. It's gonna be Max Jimenez versus Keith Everett. All right, which is pretty exciting. We have two major sales influencers in the game competing. Then we have Tony Romero versus Art Sanchez, 2 big-time competitors, and then Elijah Rubin versus RJ Bates. So I'm gonna throw that out again, Jerry and Brent. And what are you thinking, man? We have Munif Saza and Naaman Taylor. Then you have Max Jimenez and Keith Everett, Art Sanchez and Tony Romero, and Elijah Rubin versus RJ Bates on day 2.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Well, you know, I know Tony Romero a little bit, and young guy. I'd love to see Tony make some waves. I'd love to see him make a dent in this. So I'm rooting for Tony just because I know him a little bit. I mean, are we talking besides RJ Bates, or are we talking like just, you know, counting RJ Bates?
I'm talking counting RJ Bates, who you think is going to take it for day 2. Because mind you, what's going to happen is day 1, they're competing to see who's going to be going to day 2. Then on day 2, you know, you have those competitors who are coming in to close as well, and then you have the main matchups from day 2 that are going to be advancing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Listen, go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I like Tony. I think Max Jimenez is a force to be reckoned with. I think he's a giant in the industry, so I think he'll probably surprise some people too and do really well.
Yeah, listen. Munif walked into the last season 2, as you call it, the last round of this thing as an unknown. Well, that has all changed. There's a different kind of pressure on him now, right? He's got all the sub 2 pressure. He's got all the pressure coming from Pace Morby to really push him, right? To get this thing done. He's got all this pressure behind him. And I think he's gonna rise to the occasion. I think he's gonna do phenomenal because Munif, if anything, is a natural. And even though he might have hung up that fake phone first, as soon as he understood and found the confidence, I think that he's a force of nature. But Naaman, listen, Naaman is born in with and born from the Titanium family. This is a RJ Bates family tree. You have to be able to close coming from that kind of environment. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no, hey, you know what? Just take some time and maybe make some calls tomorrow type of thing. It's do the work now. So I think that's going to be an incredible way to kick off the second day. Max Jimenez is absolutely phenomenal. His skills are refined. He can overcome any objections that you can throw at him. He can build instant rapport. He's phenomenal. Keith Everett is going to pull all of the goodies out of these property owners. He's going to understand what's going on so quick and be able to make an offer. And his speed to understand, is this a deal or not a deal, is so fast that he's going to get more reps, which could lead him into day 3. Tony and Art, I mean, it's a battle of two absolute superstars. I mean, these guys are going to put their reputation on the line. They're going to put their followers on the line. They're going to be able to get in on all of these conversations and get to and try to get an offer accepted. And I think that they will. I think both of them will probably get an offer accepted, which will be absolutely incredible. So that one, that's a pick 'em. I mean, that one is absolutely incredible. I can see both of those guys getting to the finals. And then Elijah and RJ Bates. Listen, Elijah's sneaky, bro. Okay. Here's why Elijah's sneaky. He could change his tone to sounding like a 60-year-old white guy, right? to like as street as you want him to be. Right? He could play all of it. He could do all of it. He could really get in and really have great conversations with anybody. He can talk to somebody that has $10 in their account. He could talk to somebody that has $10 million in their account. He could talk to anybody across the board. He's absolutely phenomenal. And RJ Bates, again, he hasn't lost, in my opinion. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal.
Brent, didn't Munif go against RJ again the following year and lose? Is that right?
No, he went against him the first time, which was the second. But then there was like a sub shoot where they went live again on YouTube, just calling PPC leads together, and I think Munif barely lost again. But yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't an official Closer Olympics.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But definitely, it was a battle royale though. I do remember watching that, and it was definitely worth a couple hours for sure. Brent, Jerry, we're incredibly excited that you guys are a part of this. I say this for no other reason than I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys have impacted me in such incredible ways. You've impacted the industry. I know that the industry will be better. They say there's 3 types of high performers: cleaners, closers, and coolers. And even though this is the Closers Olympics, if you've read the book Relentless by Tim Grover, the cleaners are the individuals who, when they're gone, the industries that they partook of were better because of it. Both of you men fall into that category, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So we're super excited to have you guys as a part of this. Any final words before we let you guys go and honor y'all's time?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I did a podcast interview with RJ. I hadn't released it yet. I was thinking about releasing that on Monday on my channel. He lays out like all his trade secrets. Maybe we should release that. It might level the playing field a little bit. What do you think?
I say we release it, man. Now's the time to launch it, dude.
Give everybody else more of a competitive advantage.
Absolutely.
No, I'm really excited to see some big things. You know, I've gotten to know Taddy a little bit, and her energy, her excitement, the female here, I'm really hoping that she can kind of bring a different feel to this whole thing. It's not just a bunch of dudes closing, but see her in action. That'd be really fun. And I mean, I'm kind of under the same, I'm in the same camp as everybody else here. I want to learn too from everybody, and you can learn so much. So I'm going to have my pen and paper ready. I'm going to be listening for nuggets that I can take away and just news to up my game and improve my skills as well. And that's the whole point of this. Hopefully everybody watching this can just really get a lot from it and take away a lot. And some of the biggest things that you gain watching people on the phones that are really good is just seeing their confidence. So most people I talk to, they really struggle with feeling comfortable and confident on the phones. And this is that time, right? So if you can see that conveyed in these closers, then that's a big takeaway.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. How about you, Brent?
Listen, this is the one event where we get to sit back and we get to really watch people that have created millions of dollars worth of value out in the marketplace, because that's what income is. Income is equal to the amount of value you provide. And just to be able to have all of these incredible people come on from all over the country to be able to pour in, and your vibe attracts your tribe. And so each one of these people have unique skills and abilities that just find the person that really you feel in your gut is really speaking and working the same kind of personality and the same kind of language and the same kind of skills that you have, and just support them and show them a lot of love and then follow them afterwards. This is how people find the people that they want to surround themselves with. And the more people that you can surround yourself with that are on this level, the faster that you're going to get to that level. And it's so exciting. I'm so excited to be a part of it. This is the third time, my third season, and let's rock and roll. Let's go out and really pour into this industry.
Absolutely. And by the way, Brent, Mr. TTP, I freaking love that background, man. Is that the Wolf of Wall Street behind you? Let's go. I love it. The 2023 ethical Wolf of Wall Street in the building. Brent, we love you to death. We know you have major things to take care of with a family, so we will see you on game day, my friend.
Love you guys. See ya.
Yes, sir. All right. So, Jerry, you're hanging out with us?
Yeah, I think you're bringing up Rob Wensley and maybe David Olds. Love those two.
I am. So these next gentlemen, guys, are individuals who are massively creating a huge impact in our industry. The first individual that I want to talk about is somebody who went from being in an Ivy League institution and having this dream of building a business. He finds out about real estate investing. It's an incredible underdog story. Learns about real estate by working in a company, and then utilizes his skill set to long story short, create a software that is helping individuals go from six-figure to multi-six-figure to seven and multi-seven figures in this business. Through a software that is now a buzzword in this industry, InvestorLift. I'm bringing on the one and only Mr. Robert Wensley. Is Robert here? Can we bring him on the screen?
What's up, Aaron? Good to see you again. Good to see Jared too.
Hey, Rob.
Guys.
What's up, dude? How are you, man? Where are you right now?
I am a little bit further. I know Jerry's in Montana now, and I'm actually up at Whistler, BC. Beautiful mountains here. Just spending a little bit of time up in Canada. But it's funny, Jerry and I, we're almost neighbors down in Puerto Rico for most of the year. But it's hurricane season, so we're both out for the next little bit.
I love it. Very, very cool. Robert, I can't wait to talk to you and get some feedback from you. Before we pop this off, I also want to bring on another gentleman who's also having a massive impact in the industry. This gentleman has has done hundreds and hundreds of transactions, but also has a service that he provides that's helping individuals to scale their businesses and focus on the acquisition and focus on the disposition, the things that really drive the business. And he does the boring stuff, right? This guy has a service that really specializes in doing all the admin paperwork, transaction coordination stuff so that you can take your business to the next level. This individual is somebody who, again, another cleaner. If you guys have read the book Relentless by Tim Grover, a cleaner is somebody who will make the industry that they participate in better because they were there. This man is definitely one of those men. Let's bring on David Olds because he deserves to be a part of this conversation. What's up, David? How are you, man?
Yeah, how are you, dude?
Oh man, we lost David.
You're
Oh,
back.
there he is.
All right.
What's up, dude?
How are you, bro? Good to see you, Jerry.
Freaking
Robert.
amazing.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good timing. I just finished up with a couple things, so I was happy to jump on.
So let me say this before we hop into this, because we have a flyer that we're going to be doing, and we have a really cool aspect of the business that we're going to be actually showcasing as a unique feature to Closers Olympics this year. I have to say this. I've introduced each one of you men on stage, and what I can sincerely say is that you guys bring value that correlates to the hype of the introduction every single time. And so this is dope to have all of you guys on the screen. With that said, let's talk a little bit about a new feature of Closers Olympics that is going to make you guys' participation even more cool. And that is that for the first 2 seasons of Closers Olympics, we primarily focused on the acquisition part, right? Closing is tantamount or synonymous in a lot of conversations when it comes to wholesaling with the acquisitions when you talk about being a closer. However, which wing is more important on a bird, the right or left wing? So what's more important, acquisition or disposition? Well, you need to close on disposition, just as keenly and astutely as you are on acquisition. So this year for Closers Olympics, we're actually going to have a day dedicated to the disposition of deals, y'all, which is incredible. It's a new feature. We've never done this before. And Robert Wensley is going to be taking the lead with this as the CEO of Investor Lift. Now, Robert, really quick, while we have you here, for those that are absolutely living under a rock right now and haven't heard of Investor Lift, or maybe they're just a little bit new and they've heard it in, upper echelon parts of the industry, or people who are actually doing business, can you just give us a breakdown of what Investor Lift is, Reader's Digest version, and then why this is so crucial that Investor Lift is partnered up with Closers Olympics for disposition this year?
Absolutely. I'd seen Closers Olympics before, and I absolutely love it. And there's only 2 events that I'm sponsoring this year. It's Closers Olympics, number 1, and the other one is Wholesaling Live down in San Antonio. And the reason why I'm sponsoring both of these 2 events is because you get to see the real stuff, the real deal. It's not someone explaining high level how to do stuff. It's guys on the phone doing what we do day in and day out. And I don't think that there's any possible way to teach someone how to do the business better than actually just let them watch you do the business. And that's why 100% will be supporting this event moving forwards. Same thing with Wholesaling Live, because people are actually closing deals and cashing checks. But so far, like you said, we've only been focused on acquisitions. But guess what? If you guys have been in the game, like David's done over 1,000 deals. Jerry, I know, has done over 1,000 deals. Any of us that has been in the game for a long time will tell you that just because you get it under contract doesn't mean anything. You don't make the money until the check hits the bank. Right. And dispositions this year is the market has shifted, is now the number 1 most important thing. And it's the number 1 area where people are actually failing. You get it under contract and you're high five and yes, it's going to be 20 racks on this deal, popping champagne bottles. And what happens? You don't find a buyer and the whole thing falls apart. So at Investor Lift, we've spent the last few years, I spent the last few years of my life just 16 hours a day just focusing on solving that one problem, because I had so many deals fall out because I couldn't find buyers. I lost millions of dollars from not being able to find buyers. So I focused the last few years on trying to help solve that. Jerry and David and most of the people competing on Closers Olympics all use Investor Lift. And the reason why is because we have over 4.5 million buyers. We built software specifically to help you make sure that every single deal closes. And we're aiming to try to sell 14 billion with a B in deals this year is our target.
Whoa.
So it's just last month,
that's wild, bro.
Properties posted over $1 billion in offers. I think we're at $1.5 billion in offers just last month. Yep. So
holy smokes.
Now it's one thing to hear that, right? You hear these big numbers and they're too big for our brains to even comprehend. So I said, look, this year, what we got to do, we got to do Dispo. We got to show you guys, because the negotiation process and what you do on the phone is completely different on Dispo than acquisitions. And what you'll notice is if you take someone that crushes on acquisitions and you throw them over on Dispo, a lot of times they don't succeed. Conversely, sometimes you take a closer that sucks on acquisitions and you throw them on Dispo and they just crush it and pull another $5,000 or $10,000 out of every deal. So it's a completely different set of closing tactics, a completely different type of person that really excels on Dispo. And I'm super, super excited. I think the final day, I'm obviously biased, but I think the final day is going to be the best day, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to take some deals and we're going to sell them live. And we're going to try to sell deals in 45 minutes or less. So
that's
super
crazy.
Super, and we got our judges, David and Jerry, are going to be judging, and it's going to be absolutely insane. We're going to see if we can sell some deals in under 45 minutes.
Okay, got you. So for the Dispo competition, to be clear, guys, this is July 31st from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. PST. Rob just brought this up right now. The goal is to sell deals within 45 minutes or less. This is super cool. So we have David Oles and Jerry who are going to be judging this aspect of the competition. I want to talk to David first on this, then I want to get Jerry's insight. David, what are you looking for on the Dispo sales? Because I love what Robert brought out. Somebody might be able to crush it on acquisitions and sales, then go to Dispo and suck terribly. So what are you looking for?
First off, I'm just happy to be talking before Jerry, because he's going to say everything and leave me with nothing. So I'm going to try to spit it all out here, everything I've got. So listen, Robert is 100% right. What the cool thing about Closers Olympics is we're on the clock, right? We've got to make this happen. But the people that you hire for acquisitions and the people that you hire for dispositions, completely different personality types, right? So on acquisitions, you got to have a really high level of empathy, right? We're talking to Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith, her husband died, or, you're talking to people that have a lot of problems and issues, and we're trying to solve those problems. Conversely, on the Dispo side, right, you are talking to buyers, right? And these are savvy investors, and they want to negotiate. And that's more of a head-to-head kind of battle, right? So you're going to see the fireworks when it comes to the Dispo day. You're going to see guys really throwing down with investors and having to make the case for why this deal is the best deal and you should buy it. And this is how you're going to make money. And this is where you're going to make the profit. And you better buy this right now, or I'm going to call the next guy and he's going to buy it. And you're going to be wishing you did.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Just to add to that, I mean, Dispo is the sleeping giant. I mean, when I put out content on my channel, if it's about how to find a deal, thousands of views. If it's about how to Dispo a deal, no one's really that interested. It does not get the attention it deserves. Part of that is it's all about steps, right? I'm going to get a deal, then I'll worry about what to do after that. But a lot of it is just underutilizing just how important Dispo is in our industry. And I mean, David explained it perfectly. Everybody thinks they have a deal, right? I see this all the time. I do this all the time. I get a contract. I'm like, this is the best deal. And then I put it in front of 50 cash buyers and they're not interested, or I get feedback and I find out things I didn't know. Yeah. You don't really know if you have a deal until you find a buyer that's willing to pay you for it. That's when you really find out you have a deal. So I feel like my hope is that Dispo Day of Closer Olympics becomes just as big, just as important as acquisitions, because that's when you're going to really see what a deal looks like. When you go to Dispo it and someone says, I will pay you more than your original contract for that property, that's when you really know you have a deal.
Yeah.
Man, that is bars right there. I love that so much, because it's like Robert said, there's one thing to get knowledge. It's another thing to get training where people are telling you how to do something. Then it's another thing to get hands-on instruction, right? Where it's we're showing you how to do it. Here are the step-by-steps and we're showing you how to do it. I love what this caption says here. Learn the top marketing techniques to disposition your properties. And we're glad to have Investor Lift to be a part of this, because did y'all notice what Robert had said, y'all? 4.5 million vetted buyers on the platform and growing consistently. I mean, that's absolutely insane. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Yep.
Yeah, I just want to add, even with Investor Lift is the most incredible tool. We have a deal in one of my markets in Tacoma, Washington. We put it on Investor Lift, blows up. I mean, just massive activity.
Yeah.
And so my Dispo team's like thrilled. They're like, oh my gosh, look at all this activity. Look at all this action. Isn't this amazing? And I'm like, do we have a contract, right? It's like, you know, I did missionary work in Argentina and people would say, yes, I'll get baptized, but until their feet are in the water, they're not baptized, right? I mean, like that's Dispo. Until you get that. And not only then, we still got to get it to the closing. So I really am so happy that this is becoming a component of Closer Olympics, because now it's, let's see things to the finish line. Let's actually get a buyer and see this thing through.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And honestly, guys, Robert is way underselling Investor Lift. If you guys are impressed by 4.5 million buyers, like get on there and see that
Artemis
system.
mode.
We've been
set up for our new thing, Artemis mode. We've been there in the very beginning. But dude, the data and the analytics that are there are incredible, because you should be building your wholesale business with a buyer's first mentality, not go find a buyer and then get your deal. But let's be fishing in the pond where there are the most buyers out there that are going to pay what what you're out there trying to sell, right? So it doesn't make any sense to be in the fields of Nebraska putting an outhouse under contract, right? Let's go in the places where the most buyers are actually spending money and cutting checks and sending wires, and Investor Lift will give you that data. So you want to run your business smart. Just on that alone, Investor Lift has changed our business.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, it's so funny. I tell people this about Rob Wensley. Most of the people that I interact with in the industry that are really successful, they're like me. They're like barely high school graduates. They're like, they have like, really low IQ. They're just action takers and work hard, right? Yeah, Rob is an anomaly because he's actually a genius.
Yeah.
Like intellectually and an entrepreneur. And I don't know very many people that fit both those categories.
And the problem is when you're talking to him, you only get one out of every 3 words and just keep nodding your head so he keeps talking, right?
Yeah, one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, no, for real, for sure. He's changed my business numerous times. So.
Well, he's been called the Elon Musk of real estate, dude.
Yeah,
it's a reason.
Cutting edge.
It's all real.
I love it, guys.
Because I think the negotiations are going to be incredible. I remember, like, you never know. I've actually been doing these with some coaching groups once a month, selling deals live for them. Just being like, hey, come on, I'm going to sell your deal. Last 4 times, I was able to sell the deal live at or above asking price. Now, those were longer calls. We did like 1.5 to 2 hours on those. So 45 minutes is going to be tight. But it's some of the stuff we hear. Like, I remember the last one I did. I call up the guy that bought the deal across the street. He's like, I'm never buying property in that area ever again. I'm like, why? He's like, you did the one across the street. You made $100,000 on it. Why wouldn't you do the one right here? He's like, bro, I rolled up on my property one night, and there's guys inside with flashlights. So I walked in with a baseball bat, and sure enough, they're trying to steal all my tools. So I chased after them. They shot me. I was in the hospital for 3 months. So I'm never, ever buying a deal in that neighborhood ever again.
What?
5 minutes later, we had that deal sold, $10,000 over asking.
Nice.
So, I'm hoping stuff like that happens. There's gonna be
that is crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be sick. Dispo Day is going to be the best day. Guys, do not miss Dispo Day. Monday, be there. It's going to be fire. And you're going to see how these guys are going to pull another 5, another 10, another 50, or another $20,000 out of every deal. The average assignment fee, Jerry and David will tell you this, average assignment fee nationwide is typically around like $14,000, $15,000. Our guys on Investor Lift nationwide with thousands of deals selling all over the country are clocking over $30,000 average assignment fees. Almost twice as much money per deal. Think about that. It's just a little bit of extra work to like really dial in your dispo, and you literally double how much money you're making. So we're going to show you guys how to do that. You're going to learn how to do that live by watching these guys do it. Don't miss Dispo Day. It's going to be
that's incredible, guys.
I'm going to go on record and say everything people think they know about the Closers Olympics will change on Dispo Day. Wow. Everything. The vibe, the energy is going to be different, man. If you think you've seen it because you've seen a YouTube video or you've seen RJ's clip of him talking to somebody, All the love to RJ, but man, shit changes on Dispo Day. You watch.
Yeah. That's where the rubber meets the road. Guys, make sure if you haven't already, get your tickets for Closers Olympics 2023. We can't wait to see you guys there. We're gonna have over 1,000 people in the building on that day, and we just hope that we don't break the server. I don't know if y'all know this. On Closers Olympics 1, we had so many people go onto the website when we first launched. We broke our server, dude. Like, our server crashed. Awesome. It was the best and worst problem to have, because we missed all the novelty of like that first traffic, but we you know, they're much more. It even broke in the chat, like the chat, like it broke because it was too engaged. So I know that it's going to go absolutely nuts, and I know that the energy on day 3 is going to be insane. Yeah. We had over 70,000 chats on that one. I didn't even know we had that stat. That's crazy. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into our we want you guys' feedback on our day 2 matchups. All right. Let's name these guys, and we want y'all's feedback on who do y'all think is gonna take it.
Ooh.
All right. So on day 2, here's who we got. We got number 1. Round 1 is Munif Saza and Naaman Taylor, 2 young bucks in the game, right? Like they're newer generation players. Munif Saza comes from sub 2 community. Naaman Taylor really started building his brand out of the Titanium Crucible community. Both of them are absolutely crushing it in business. Then we have round 2 is Max Jimenez versus Keith Everett.
Ooh, tough one.
Then we have, that's going to be a dope matchup.
Oh, I know.
It's gonna be a good one.
You said what?
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Then we have round 3 is going to be Art Sanchez and Tony Romero.
Oh.
And then round 4 on day 2 is going to be Elijah Rubin versus RJ Bates. So what are y'all thinking, man? I mean, you have like all of these big brands and big personalities that are going to be matched up. Who are y'all going for? And what's y'all's thoughts? What's y'all's projections?
Man, you don't want to be wrong because anything can happen. But all right, so the first one. So I know Naaman pretty well. I don't know the other guy, and I've seen Naaman on the phone, so I would go with Naaman just purely because I don't know the other guy. But Naaman's a stud. Who is the second group? Tell me that again.
Second round is Max Jimenez versus Keith Everett.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I feel like Max might be doing more time on the phones. He might be putting in the reps a little bit more. So I'm going to go with Max.
Oh, snap.
That's
okay.
a dangerous one, though. Like, that feels like a coin.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Keith the beast. Yeah. Okay.
And then the third round is Art Sanchez versus Tony Romero.
I'm going to go with the young buck. I like Art, but I'm going with Tony.
Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting.
I think he's fighting. He's fighting for his place at the table. So I like Tony. Okay.
And then Elijah.
You got to make a stand, right?
Facts. And then Elijah Rubin versus RJ Bates.
Man, I'm just love for everybody, but I'm always for the underdog, right? So.
Really? You're gonna okay, let me ask you this. David, let me ask you this, David. Would you put money on Elijah Rubin versus RJ? Yes or no?
How much money?
$1,000. $1,000.
Oh, what are the odds though? Boy, if he wins,
I mean, it's Elijah Rubin versus RJ Bates. They both made it to the finals. Both made it to the finals, but Elijah has never won. RJ has.
I know it's a tough one, but I always want the underdog, so I'm gonna go with Elijah. I'm going with it. Lock it in.
Locked it in, man.
Oh, the text messages are gonna be brutal after this. That's okay.
RJ, you know RJ's gonna be hitting you up, man.
Yeah,
wow,
I know.
Wow. Hold on a second. All right, Dave. Thank you for repping. Thank you for repping for the record. For the record, you're my guy. You're my guy.
You know I owe you one, so I'm for you.
I appreciate that. And however, there was a little snafu. I want to make sure the matchups, because we're going to see flyers and everything, the matchups. I want to just give out the exact lineups that's going to be matched up exactly. So Munif and Naaman are going against each other for sure. However, Toddy, our female closer, is going against Max Jimenez. So that's going to be, so that's a whole nother battle that Max has on his hand. Keith is going against Art. I'm going against Tony. Tony Romero, and I'm going against Tony. And RJ is going to be going against whoever scores the most points from day one.
I actually like that better.
I feel like you catfished me.
But thank you. I appreciate you writing, David. I know you're my guy. You're my guy.
And he wrote, he did ride for you heavy though. Okay, so that's dope. So RJ is going to be the wild card, and whoever wins gets to be matched up with RJ from day one.
Like that.
Right? And you did that. You did it last year that way, right? The last competition, you were on that way, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So give a little feel for what you think RJ's got to fill real quickly, and because we want to definitely move on to the next piece. I want to get your thoughts for it.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, this is how I feel. I think that RJ is going to be knocked off his high horse this year, bro. I think that RJ is absolutely incredible, but I just feel like there's a lot of people that are really coming for him. And in my heart of hearts, I've seen Toddy Tedemit close. I think that she has an advantage as a female, as a woman. I think that women have an advantage in closing. I think she's gonna come out of left field as another Munif Saza, and I think that she's gonna take it to the top, dude. And I think if there's anybody who can slay RJ Bates, dude, Poetic Justice, bro, would have it in my heart that Toddy Tedemit is the one to do it.
Wouldn't that be
That's
amazing?
just my opinion.
Wow.
You know,
It would be so dope.
Yeah, I have an idea here. Okay, Dispo Day, we're finalizing the lineup. Okay, and we've seen RJ win this a couple times, right? Now we just talked about how Dispo closers and acquisition closers are completely different skill sets. Guys that are great on acquisitions sometimes suck on Dispo. Guys that suck on Dispo sometimes crush on acquisitions. We're doing a new belt, the first ever Dispo belt. We just put the order in. Big belt. What I would love to see, this would be really curious, is if RJ, if he's up for the challenge, competes on Dispo Day. And let's see if he can hold up his title on the first Dispo side. What do you guys think?
Or whoever wins, Rob. Maybe whoever wins.
Oh, I like that. RJ says, I'll dispo my contract on Sunday, doing the finals. I love it. That's his confidence right there.
Yeah. Whole different deal when you got to sell these deals you're putting under contract.
Yeah,
I love it.
All in one day.
So real quickly. Oh, as well. Who do you guys? Just each one of you guys, real quickly. Who do you guys think is winning it all? All right, I'm gonna start with you, Jerry. Who you taking, Jerry? Who's winning it all?
I'm going to say finals are going to be Toddy. I agree with Aaron and I think RJ, but I mean, nope. RJ's just in a whole nother league. I don't know if anybody can catch him. It's like who's the guy that's won Mr. Olympia like 8 years in a row? No one can touch him.
You know about Michael Phelps? Oh no, that's
Phil Heath. Phil Heath.
Yeah, Heath. Yeah, it's kind of like Phil Heath. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see, but I'm still thinking RJ is going to take it. But I'd love to see Toddy get up there in the finals.
Ooh, so you think Toddy and RJ is gonna for the finals? But you think RJ for the win?
Mm-hmm.
David, who do you got for the finals?
Man, I love Toddy. She's great. Met her down in San Antonio. Man, it's like the early days of the UFC. Man, Royce Gracie couldn't keep winning it forever, dude. Like sooner or later, they just have a bad day. And I love RJ. He's got a very unique style. That's very straight and direct to the point. But you get the wrong person, that doesn't work. So I'm gonna if I had to put money, I'm gonna go RJ, but I think it could be close. I'd love to see her come from behind and take it.
Okay, so that's another Toddy and RJ, but you think RJ's gonna pull out. So what happened, Dave? I thought you was repping for me, B. What happened?
You're out, man. We're on the Toddy and
change the percentages. I get it.
Yeah.
Robert, who you taking? Who's gonna be in the final? Who you taking for the top one?
Here's the thing. I'm in a very unique situation because all of these guys are all InvestorLift clients on the highest plan. So no matter what I say, most of my biggest clients. So I just gotta keep my lips shut. I will keep my lips shut. I have to, because if I start picking names, my phone is gonna be lit up with people canceling their contracts for next year.
We'll let you get away.
Here's what I think. I think RJ's done a great job, absolutely incredible job. I'm curious to see if anyone catches up and surpasses. Who that is, I don't know. Like, it could be anyone, right? Like, we've seen some of these guys. Name it, Max, Tony. Like, these guys. I remember seeing Keith do a live call at a conference in DC a couple years ago. I didn't even know who he was. I see him do this live call at the front of the conference. I was blown away. He had a close in there that was so sick that I thought I'd heard every close in the book. He pulled one out, and I was like, damn, that's just so gangster. So freaking gangster. So I don't know. I think it's going to come down to game day. It's like one of those things. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys watch Formula One. I love Formula One. Max Verstappen wins every time right now. But I think someone's eventually going to catch him. When they do, I'm kind of like David. I want to see an underdog come up this year and hopefully take the cake. We'll see what happens. We'll see if RJ can hold on to the title for one more year.
Yeah, well, you guys are going to be surprised. Like I said, I think you guys are going to be surprised this year. This is going to be a phenomenal. Appreciate all three of you guys locking in, giving us, you know, your insights, your gems. Dispo Day is going to be absolutely phenomenal. That's just like, I mean, that's taking this to, you know how you get a good dinner and then the dessert's even better than the dinner? It's going to be that type of vibe, right? Extra dessert to go.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, David.
Appreciate it. We'll see you guys on Display.
Man, we will see y'all on game day. Let's go. With that said, we promised you guys that we would offer you a giveaway.
Yes.
With that said, the call to action was to put in the comment section hashtag CO23 for a chance to win VIP tickets. All right, massive value for those of you who are going to be, or for those of you, or the person who's actually going to win this. All right, this is access to all 3 days of the Closers Olympics, not just access, VIP access. With that said, we are about to announce who the winner is. In order to enter, this is your last chance. All right, where to enter, you need to have put hashtag CO23 in the comment section. So we're about to announce who that is. But before we do, I'm waiting for it in the chat. We're going to have a quick word from one of our sponsors. And this sponsor right here is actually very, very unique. This sponsor partner focuses on helping you find motivated seller leads and converting them through automation, organizing them. And this is something that we all want, right? The cool thing is that they do this without any expensive agency fees, setup fees, or pay-per-lead models. And if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't have Closers Olympics 2023. So thank you to all of our sponsor partners. With that said, we want to watch a quick video from Prank Pro. And after this, we're going to announce our winner of our giveaway.
I just want to let people know that I respect you that much that we have turned down some of the biggest requests to speak, and I'm still showing up for Michael Walsh.
Michael Walsh is the man. He built my funnel.
For my good friends, Mike Walsh.
Michael Walsh and the whole team absolutely crushing it for us.
To Angela and Michael Welsh for helping us grow our business.
With his team, has really elevated our entire organization.
He knows what he's doing. You tell him what you want, he's going to do it. He's a pro.
In the event space, funneling traffic space, marketing space.
Just super appreciative and grateful for the Uprank team with Michael and Angela. And all that they do and they've done for us and me in the past.
Bro, I admire you. I respect you. I know you care about community. You guys are building your own. It is so freaking fun to watch. And it's why we said yes to this, bro. Not only because you're freaking cool, but because of what your values are, man.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Huge shout out to Uprank for the impact that they have on our industry, helping many, many individuals to generate lots of leads and close lots of deals. We love it. We love it. We love it. All right. So we're going to be announcing our winner for our giveaway in just a bit. Let's go over our matchups. All right, so we have number one, for day 2, let's bring on those that are going to be competing. And on day 2, round 1, we have Munif Saza versus Naaman Taylor. Let's bring them on right now. Munif and Naaman. Munif, aka my brother. They say that me and Munif could be brothers. And Naaman Taylor, aka the sexiest jawline in real estate. All right. Well, while we're waiting for them to come up, make sure that you throw the hashtag CO23 for a chance to enter into our giveaway and win a VIP package to Closers Olympics. What up, Mr. Naaman Taylor? What's good, family?
Let's go.
Oh, snap. Oh! Yo, my man really has boxing
What up,
gloves
baby?
on. Listen, first of all, I just have
Let's
to say
go. What
this.
up, baby?
I'm digging this energy, bro. I'm digging this energy.
What's
You
up,
got the
twin?
memo. You got the memo, number one. And number two, so this is what's really dope about this. Your brand has absolutely exploded since I met you at Closers Olympics season 2. You can't open up social media without seeing Naaman Taylor now. You're doing incredible things you're somebody who's actually doing this business, which is really, really exciting to see. What are your thoughts about your matchup? But at the same time, while you're a confident person, bro, let's just call it what it is. You're going against Munif Saza.
Hey, I'm here to whoop some ass. The gloves are off. The gloves are off. Right? Unfortunately, it's my man Munif. Got to be the first one to catch these hands. But I'm ready for this competition. I'm ready for this competition.
So let me ask you this, bro. So a lot of people, if they're watching from home, they're watching on the replay, and they see all this confidence. Some people might say, "Well, this person seems a little full of himself or arrogant." Of course, I know as a competitor, I know that that's not what it is. But we don't enter into a competition unless we fully expect to win. But what gives you that confidence? Why do you have that confidence coming into competition day 2?
Listen, this is what I do for a living every single day. This isn't like just something I'm doing for fun. I'm going to show them how to lock a deal up live, and I'll even dispo it on the same phone call because I do this business every single day. Some of these guys are going to wait till Sunday to dispo their deal. I'm going to do it in that same little 30-minute window because I got a big buyer's list. I'm going to say, hey, I got this thing locked up. Do you want it? And I'm going to sell it on the same phone call. So I'm very confident because this is what I do every day, man. I left my W-2 job to do real estate, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
I love it. Let's talk a little bit about that. I think we're waiting for Munif to come on, if we're able to let him back in. But how long have you been doing it
already?
Munif, you gonna let my man talk to you like that, my guy? Oh snap! Is my Wi-Fi acting up?
I might have hit you with a hook too. Everything looking a little blurry on your side.
Yeah, you might have. Oh man. Well, that sucks. Well, with that said, how long have you been in the game, and what's your superpower in this business, would you say?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on Munif to show up to this fight. But I've been doing real estate for 3 years. There he is.
Oh my God, the man, the myth, the legend,
and the
Hey, what's up,
mustache.
guys? How's everyone doing? So nice to see you guys.
Likewise. By the way, guys, Munif has his baby sleeping on his chest. And as we learned from Pace Morby and Jerry Norton earlier, rule number 1 is you never wake a sleeping baby. So
Never wake a sleeping baby.
so Munif is gonna enter into the press conference with baby on his chest. But Naaman, finish your thought, and then I want to go to Munif.
Yeah. No, I was saying I've been doing this business for 3 years. I started when I was living overseas in Germany when I was active duty military. So I knew that real estate was my life moving forward. Been locking up deals from other countries, not just in other states. So I know I was built for this business even years ago. I'm excited to show my skills and bring value and show everybody what this actually looks like in real time. And I know I have a worthy opponent with my boy Munif. We've been friends for a long time now.
Yeah.
And we first got connected during Closers Olympics in 2021. That's my boy. I've watched him go from, skinny and single to a baby to getting married with a mustache. So, I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. But like I said, it's a heavyweight fight, and I'm excited for it.
It is a heavyweight fight. Naaman is one of the top closers in the industry. I've seen him close. I've followed him. I've watched him on his Instagram lives. I mean, he's as legit as they come. So, I'm really excited for this matchup.
Yeah, Munif, I had to bring a different energy because I already knew you were going to show up humble. Naaman's amazing. He's just such a great. I said, nah, let's turn heel. Let's create some fire and energy behind this matchup. I'm excited that me and you got matched up, brother.
Yeah.
But get ready for some real competition. All right. 'Cause I know.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Some of these
100%.
other guys, they're not ready for what we about to bring.
It's 100%. It's I love your enthusiasm. I love your competitive edge. It's just really hard to have a lot of testosterone when you have a sleeping baby on your chest. You're a girl dad. You get it. So, but yes.
2 I already know.
Yeah, you know what I mean, man. But yeah, no, dude, 100%. I'm gonna bring in my all. So I'm gonna bring in my very best for our matchup, 100%.
And see, let me ask you a question, guys. All right. So Munif, I'm going in with you first. All right. Last year, your secret weapon was the latte. All right.
Yeah.
The latte in the hand. You had a secret weapon. Are you going to keep the baby on the side? Are you going to keep the little mama on the side? Help you close all the way through? Or what's your secret weapon you're bringing up this year?
Man. I didn't even know the latte was going to be a weapon last year. I was just drinking it. So it might be a bottle of milk. Maybe I'm going to feed her. Maybe it's milk time during the competition. We'll see.
I know what it is. Your secret weapon is your new mustache. I like it. That's the new secret weapon.
You found out, man. I was saving it. I was saving it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. And so I think the whole sub 2 community is repping for you. I think Pace still has another $5,000 up that you're gonna beat RJ and at least gonna get the top 1 or 2. I think he put up $5,000 for it. So
I'm gonna need that.
So speaking of which, now that's a little bit more pressure, but it's not the same type of pressure going into this year. Munif, how you feeling about it?
I honestly, frankly, I don't really feel much pressure. No, I did a lot the first time, but I already won for this.
Oh,
I already won. So she's 2 months old. Just had her recently. I'm experiencing what it feels like to be a dad. So I found my why. I didn't even know I found my why when I started this journey. I found my why like a few years into real estate. So I feel like I won, but I've been closing a lot of deals since then. I mean, I was 5-6 months into really actively being into real estate. Aaron, I'm surprised you didn't know that. I was really new when I started, back in 2021. I joined sub 2 in March, and we did the competition in September. Since then, I haven't been sleeping. I haven't been slacking. I've been closing deals.
No lacking. Listen, you can't be slacking and lacking when you got a baby due and the baby's here now. So your why's bigger, your eyes stronger, and you just constantly get bigger and better. So I love it. I love the fact where you're at. Naaman, you've been stepping up. You've been not only adding value full time, and you got one on the way, right?
Oh, we had our baby about 8 months ago. So I got 2 under 2. I got 2 under 2, girl dad, all the
congrats.
way. Yeah. Yeah, everything Leaf's experiencing right now, we just passed all that. 2 girls. 2 girls under 2.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
That's
Oh crap,
crazy.
man! I'm so sorry. I think we're supposed to like be like mean mugging each other, man. But I'm just so proud of you, dude. Like,
Hey
no,
man,
but
I hope everything is successful with you and your family. And I wish you nothing but blessings.
You're right.
You just got to be really aggressive about how you're
all right,
talking about each other's
all right,
family.
okay,
You know what I
here,
mean?
I'll do it. No, for real. Naaman, I'm proud of you. I look up to you. Nothing but blessings for you. But I'm taking you down. Round 1, I'm taking you down. All right. That comes from the heart, man. You're going
Too bad
down,
there's no
Naaman.
takedowns in a boxing match. I'm knocking you out. Straight uppercut.
Naaman, you
There
gonna
you
let
go.
a man with a baby on his chest talk to you like that, bro? Me personally.
Hey, we can't even see you, brother. Yeah. Hey, Munif, it's gonna be fun, dude. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good competition. I'm excited to match up with you. Let's
Me too.
let's show these people what real closers look like. And
Oh, yeah,
hey,
hell yeah,
Elijah,
man.
if y'all need me to be a better looking version of Aaron and take this over, go ahead and let me know. Because I get you somebody who can do both.
You ambidextrous over there. Well, you guys might be cousins. You might be cousins. Well, hey, I appreciate you. Like I said, Munif, thank you. I know you are with little mama there. Thank you for locking in. Shout out to the whole family, the whole Sub 2 community. Appreciate y'all. Naaman, appreciate you as well. Aaron, like I said, that's your cousin. That's your cousin. And Naaman, you guys might be brothers or at least cousins. you know how what's the name? Rich Wonder, Novation King, and RJ are third cousins. You guys might be third cousins too. So
That's crazy. Yeah, my man did come on here looking like a bizarro Aaron Bevins for sure.
So let's move on to round 2. Let's move on to round 2. Let's bring up Max Jimenez. Now a lot of people, might not be all the way familiar with the wonderful Max Jimenez. He's closed over 400 plus deals. He's been married for over 23 years. He started off in construction back in the day. He is a bona fide serial closer. He does not play. When it comes to closing deals, he is a player for sure and a go-giver in the game. What's up, Max? You're muted.
Wait, you're muted.
Yeah, he has a senior moment.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
What's going on, sir?
What's
a bunch
good,
of
Big
hoopla,
Daddy Max?
a bunch of hoopla, and a bunch of blah 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 blah. Do you see what I put up there? That's
rings.
Kobe ring right there, bro. I'm not even a Laker fan, but I ride with Kobe. So Mamba mentality. Look, man. Let me tell you this. I want to share a true story with you, and I actually just posted this on my Facebook. When I came in and competed in the 2021 Olympics, I was probably on the phones 3 times that year. I came in first place on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I ended up a finalist, right? So since then, been on the phones for over 2 years. I just finished a 45-hour session, right? The Closer Lab series. So all I'm saying is that not just, no disrespect to my competitor. She's the only lady on. I'm going to give her props, but good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. So.
But no, and also this year is just about having fun. I share this with you already a lot, right, Elijah? Having fun and just really bringing a different dynamic. I'm really relaxed, having the flow, having the fluidity, the rhythm. And here's the other thing too, bro, is the stuff that I use in 2021, like that's all changed, bro. And you've seen it, Elijah. I mean, you watched the Closer Lab, so I don't have much to say, bro, but let's go.
Right. No, for sure. And I know Toddy was waiting here, but like she had to take off. And so what I do want to know and make sure I let people know, sure. Toddy is from Ethiopia. She's closed over 100 plus deals. She's a top chef, and she used to be a former waitress. And that ability to connect and talk with almost any and everybody is going to give her a complete competitive advantage. You heard some of the people from the Dispo Day judges. They're talking really heavy on Toddy. What are you feeling? What are you thinking, Max?
Yada, 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 yada. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. Where's the body of work? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man. Wow. He's talking spicy.
honestly, like I even tagged RJ. I said, you better hold on to that belt tight, Buttercup, because I wasn't even on the phones for three days of that 2021. I was right there.
I seen you going in, yo. Listen.
Keith, you got lucky, Keith.
What would you say is the biggest difference going into this year as opposed to last time you competed, Max?
Yeah, brother. I'm relaxed, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you got to remember the situation I was in. Like, I was basically running a full-blown, like, high-level operation, right? Not to use an excuse. So most of the times I wasn't on the phones. And then I came in basically really like without having fun, right? Relaxed. Because I'm really naturally, most people don't see that, but I'm really a competitive person. But that time I took it to a level where it's like it took me out of who I was, right? And so I'm definitely going to have some fun this time, bro. Have some fun and show people some skill sets and some updated. I mean, I've man, you know, these last 2 years being on the phones and then doing these series and everything else, I've modified a lot of my style. I've you know, it's crazy, bro. I mean, I'm at a different space right now.
I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Very exciting. Can't wait to see you compete, man, and bring the heat.
Absolutely,
bring that
bro.
ring. Bring that ring on day 2, round 2, Max.
I am gonna bring it.
Hey, bring that heat. You know, you've been putting work in. Like I said, I know everybody's excited to see how you get down, how you move. Like I said, it's time to, you know, show and prove time. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely, fellas. Thank you,
Max.
Already.
Let's bring up our next. Let's bring up our next round.
All right, next round we have the one and only Mr. Keith Everett, the man himself. Not only does he teach sales himself and had an impact on the industry as far as that goes, but he's currently running an operation that actually is closing deals and making moves and impacting the community.
Yes. There you go.
AKA
that's
Real
him.
Estate Diddy in the building.
That's him.
Yo, that's him right there. That's Mr.
Yeah,
Everett. Don't
that's
even call him Keith. Call him Mr. Everett. Let
him.
Keith close. How you
Let
feeling,
Keith
son?
close.
Yeah, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for me, you know, the previous couple years, you know, things happen to the best of us. I understand that I'm going against my guy Art, man. Shout out to Art. I like Art a lot. But really, man, I want RJ, man. That's what I'm focused on. I want the big dog. Give me the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm coming in focused this year. My process is strong. I'm just ready to rock out, man. I really ain't got too many words. I'm just ready to rock out and just show, you know, techniques. You know, that's one thing I still haven't really seen a lot of. I done seen a lot of processes, but I ain't seen nobody dance a little bit. You know what I mean? I seen, you know, RJ dance because he got his own style, but I want to dance though, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So Keith, let me ask you this, because this is one thing I love about you, bro. And same thing with Elijah, is y'all could be really on your boss stuff, man. Y'all could really be bossing up in real life, actually running businesses. And, you know, as funny as it is, like as competitors, you know, it's a lot of people who they won't compete. You know, for whatever reason, you know, I'm not, you know, it is what it is. But for y'all, it's not even a question. It's like, nah, like y'all want to compete. And it's 2023. Y'all are on y'all's boss, but you're still really competing. What's the mindset behind that?
You know what it is? And I got respect first of all, you know, shout out to Elijah, shout out to guys like RJ Bates, you know, at the same time, you know, some of the OGs. I think that, you know, a lot of people, I don't want to put my brand on the line and all that. But for one, if you are who you say you are, it shouldn't be that deep. For two, it's not that deep. I don't look at it that hard like that. I want to be the guy who got a bigger brand and still willing to get on the court. You know what I mean? That's not, I'm not like, I feel like that, you know, when you close 100 deals in a year and when you start making millions of dollars, a lot of people get bougie. But I want to be that one. Like Michael Jordan, if you would have called him out, I don't care how many rings he got, he's still gonna bust you one-on-one. That's my mindset behind this, though. Like Kobe Bryant type of mindset. You call me out, I'm putting on my sneaks, man.
Right. You just know what you know what you've done. So no, I appreciate you. Keith.
What's dope is go ahead, Elijah.
Yeah, no. I wanted to go ahead and just want to make sure I bring up, Mr. Art. Closing.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Listen, when y'all told me that I was up next with Tony, I was like, man, is that even a competition? And when you guys corrected, on who's next, on who am I going to compete with, Keith, I'm like, all right, now there's some competition. I've been studying these guys since, day one. I've been in this industry for 4 years. Before that, I was in street sales, right? And don't question me about that. But, I mean, I was studying Keith for a while now. So my respects to Keith, but guess what? I'm a competitive guy, all right? And no mercy whatsoever. I've been telling my guys, hey, listen, you have any objections? You got a seller that you're struggling with. Let's give me on the phones. All right. So I'm ready.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure people understand. Like we vet every closer on here, so it's not by chance. Art is from Phoenix, Arizona. He's closed over 500 plus deals in less than 4 years. Like you say, from street sales to closing deals virtually. Overall hustler. He's planning to heat up. Tell me, what should people be expecting from you, Art? For people who don't know and haven't seen you close, what should they be expecting for you for this year's competition going into next week?
Yo, you know what? One thing is that a lot of these folks don't have a style, right? I built up a pretty successful sales process, and from when you hang up, we pick up the phone to when you hang up. Listen, that's what I'm going to show them on how to actually close deals virtually. You don't got to see me face to face, all right? But I am going to show you how to close deals virtually, and we've done it successful since 4 years in a row. So that's exactly what I'm going to show them.
Nice. Go ahead, Keith.
I like it, man. Listen. I'm not what they say in boxing. I don't do tune-up fights. Don't give me no tune-ups, man. Give me somebody. Give me a contender. So I love it. I'm glad me and him going against each other. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because guess what, Art? At the end of the day, it's gonna be 2 rounds before us. We got a day before our day. But I guarantee you, when it's time for us to rock out, the cameras will be on. Everybody will be tuned in because they already gonna know what time it is. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's right. If you
I love
let me know, man, Keith, if you want, I respectfully, right? I'll send you some recordings so you kind of study me, right? To make it a fair competition.
Hey, listen, man. And also, man, if you need some, you need to go over some role playing, I can grab one of my acquisition managers to help you out with that, man. Let me know what I need to hit them up or whatever we need to do, man.
Hey, we play a fair game, man, but no mercy whatsoever. But my respects.
Hey, you know what, Elijah? This is actually going to be a really, really dope matchup to see these two styles. You know what I mean? The confidence, because there's a certain confidence whenever two men like are posting up, but when they're really about their business, bro, you can just kind of tell by the energy. This is going to be a really dope matchup.
This is going to be one of them matchups, though. This is one of the ones right here. You know what I mean? This is going to be one of the ones right here. So
I mean, for 3 months in a row, we've been successfully, producing $250,000 to $300,000 every single month. All right. I'm building out a badass sales team. And where does that start? In sales. Right. And that's my style. And that's what I want to share to everybody, because I haven't gave that opportunity to share my style. And you know what? If I win, I've been thinking about this. If I win, well, once I win.
I'm about to say.
Right? Once I win, be cautious about our words, right? Once I win, I'm thinking about, creating a sales course and giving it out for free, no charge. Right?
Man.
I know Keith's course been around for so many years, man. It's been passed down like, you want to talk about it, man, but I'm going to give it out for free, man, once I win.
Hey, listen, man. See, a lot of these, like shout out to my guy Art first and foremost. A lot of people watching, they got to do their homework, man. A lot of these people don't know the history books. We was coming in, we was coming out to AZ 2018 doing 150,000 with 2 people, man. You know what I mean? Before I had a podio. You know what I mean? We was doing 167,000 and stuff like that before we had cold callers. So, you know, I'm used to closing shit. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. I'm telling y'all right now, man, listen, the process, I just came out with a new script. It's gonna get ugly, man. I'm gonna show the judges what they looking for. I'm gonna give them what they looking for. Because I know what they looking for.
Well, gentlemen,
That's what it's all about.
We'll appreciate you
He's
both.
run for his money though, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, hey, this is gonna be a solid round. I'm excited to see you guys go already, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, Art, appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely, thank you so much for having me.
So cool. So what we got for the next round? So next round is going to be
Tony Romero out of Milwaukee, young Mark Cuban of real estate, the man with the plan. This gentleman right here just came out of the gate swinging in this business to make a name for himself and in the business. He competed in season 2 Closers Olympics, and he's back for more. And he's going against you, Elijah.
Right.
So I mean, what's your thoughts, bro? What's your thoughts? I mean, you got Tony by at least 12 years in the game in terms of experience.
You know what I like about Tony? I started when I was 21, right? I remember when I was young. So I remember so basically when I started at a younger age, I remember just wishing to be on a platform like this, to be able to showcase my skill set. I was knocking on doors when he was just like in Pampers, or I was closing deals when people were like said we're not even in real estate. Like half our closers, weren't even in real estate when I started. Even 10 years later, they weren't in the game. So I really look forward to seeing him do his thing, right? I like all the up and coming people. They have plenty of years, to win their championships. It's just not going to be this year, as you see. I already ran him off the game. I already ran him up out of here already. But no, honestly, after taking number 2, becoming number 2 in the very first year of the Closer Olympics, being the number 2 closer in the country. I think that year I beat RJ. I think I beat RJ that year too, right? I kind of already got that energy, that effort going in. I started making live calls back probably like 6-7 years ago on Facebook Live. I did 100 Facebook Live calls, and I just started, and I saw the impact it had on people, and I saw just by you just having fun, just doing what you do, it makes it so much easier to close a seller because you get to see yourself a little bit more in different spaces. I know it's time to just do what I'm able to do. Not only am I looking forward to, what did Brent say? Not only am I going to come with the sneaky. When he means sneaky, he means undetectable. No one, everybody's looking for RJ. Everybody might have Keith. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to be the people's champ. All right. I showed what my body of work was able to do. I think I hit two buzzer beaters. Go back and watch.
Two clutch.
Curry with the clothes. The cousin Curry here, the only Trinidadian Jew in real estate. Let's get it.
One thing I like about Elijah's style is, he's great. He's probably one of the best in the competition at building up rapport, right? As long as Elijah don't get stuck in the report, he's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? Because he know he got the closers gumbo package. He know everybody's tricks. He got his own tricks. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be tough, man. I like Tony though. Tony, you got to show respect to him because he do what he do. He really do the business. But this one gonna be he got a tough one against Elijah, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know Elijah want to win too, though. He done been close. He didn't hit buzzer beaters. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, man. I love my guy Tony. I love him to death. He's young. I call him young Mark Cuban for a reason. I think he's an incredible operator. Great business owner. I don't know if I got Tony over my guy Elijah though. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's where the smart money goes. That's all I know, right?
It all depends on it. Okay, let me say this real quick. Let me be fair to Tony. It all depends on if you got Elijah, if he's been on that mojo, or is he making calls right now, then okay, I'm confident. I know what you get when it comes to that. As long as Elijah gets some calls in, then I know what come with that though. You know what I mean?
I've been doing 2 days over here because, like I said, the first year, like I said, I was making calls, but then I got number two. I was like, you know what? I almost had number one. I was like a few words away from taking the belt. I'm like, I got this. So I slacked on year 2. I didn't make the calls, and I saw those 50 and 50. You saw what it did for him. You see what Max is. Sure. I made all my calls, and I'm definitely taking stuff from every single closer. So I'm able to navigate with all different types of hard, tough closers, red sellers, and I'm ready just to really navigate. I've definitely added so many tools to my tool belt. I can't wait to show not only the pre-call affirmations, the posts and pivots, and then watch how direct you guys are gonna see I get on with some of these sellers. I look for just turning on, But like I said, that's enough of me. They already know your boy's body work. Let's bring on to let's get on to what I think a lot of people want to see too. A lot of people want to see. Let's get into who's going to be our next round. Who's going to be in our next round?
You know what we got. Yeah.
Coming with it.
I don't expect nothing less though.
What?
I don't expect nothing less for you to show up that way.
What is this? Why am I the only one that showed up with this on his shoulder?
Okay. Hey, listen. I'll say this, Aaron. And Elijah. I'll say this real quick. The reason why I'm not mad at RJ for bringing that belt is because I watched him do them 50s and 50s. So when he won last year, I actually was cool with it because I know he worked for it. But this year is going to be different.
So,
different.
I got to say something on that, Keith. I heard my boy Max, he's been talking a lot of smack, man. He been coming at me. He's trying to play the game. Now, what's adorable about that is Max said he's done a 45-hour training where he called, okay? 45 hours. That's a lot. And I'm happy for Max. I'm coming off of 48 days. By the time we get to the competition, it will be 51 days. Let's lay out the stats here on those 51 days. I'm the only closer, I can guarantee you, that got a signed contract during the press conference. Just got a signed contract in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That brings me to a total of 114 signed contracts in 48 days.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
That's more than some people have done in their careers. So they need to understand something. When you're coming next week, you better bring your A game. All right. Because there's getting contracts signed. Ink is going down, baby. This isn't just talking trash over here. It's happening.
So, RJ, let me ask you. I mean, do you feel like fatigue might play into any role? Do you feel like fatigue might play into it a little bit for you?
I don't know what that is.
See, RJ. See, I'm gonna tell you something, man. See, I'm not hoping you do your worst so I can win. I want you to be you. I want you to be who you are. That's what I want. I don't want you to you tired and no. Keep the belt on your shoulder. You know what I mean? I want you to keep it right there. So that way that, when it's time for you to give it up, you already know what time it is. I'm telling you right now, these guys don't want to talk to you. I'm talking to you. I want you. I'm not dancing around. I'm not about to. No, I want you. That's who I want.
I'll say this, Keith. When I eventually lose this title, because eventually someone's going to come along and hit a home run when I hit a triple, okay? It's going to have to be you closed the contract with a bigger ROI than I did. I'm not going to lose by not getting a contract. I'm not repeating.
Wow.
That just didn't happen, okay? Because the difference here is we're getting the inbound leads from PPC, from Lead Zolo. So they are motivated sellers. They're not cold call leads. Plus, we are teeing them up with the VAs from Integria saying, hey, RJ Bates is going to be calling you at 6 p.m. Central on Saturday. Are you good with that? They're expecting my call. This is about closing now. This isn't about leads. This is about closing. my team asked me what I thought about going last. I said, that's what headliners do, baby. Headliners close the show. Everybody wants to see everyone wants to see the show end on a signed contract. That's what we're going to see on Saturday. I can guarantee you that. We're wrapping up the show with a signed contract. And whatever happens on Sunday, the order and all of that, we'll see. But I think this year is going to be a lot of fun. I do think what comes from the press conference, there was some people that were like, I hope I do well. There's other people here that are saying, hey, we're bringing it. And the three of us, well, actually all four of us, because, now Aaron's involved, he's here in the press conference. We're glad we found a role for you, Aaron. But me, Elijah, and Keith, we're the only ones that have competed all 3 years.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to be said about also our comfortability of the competition as well. We know what to expect. We've been there. We've done that. We know how to ignore the noise of the comments and the judges in the background saying, oh, he should have said this. He should have done that. How to just push forward and still close deals.
Yeah. And so, RJ, let me ask you, now that you're getting prepared, now we got the matches set. I know you said repeatedly the person who you're kind of most, not intimidated by, but you see like, hey, they have a good run at you. I think you said multiple, and Scotty. Scotty's one person that you and because of you vouched for him. I checked him out, and then you saw what he did at the first qualifier. It's undeniable, right? He has a legitimate chance of possibly facing you in that first round once he gets there. I mean, what's your thoughts about that? You almost kind of predicted this almost.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought Scotty would make it pretty easily. The fear about competing against Scotty, which it's okay in day 2 because we could both move on because it's the top 3 scores, right? The fear in the finals of facing someone like Scotty is I could get on the phone and I could get a seller in Detroit, Michigan that says, I want to sell my house with a $100,000 ARV for $5,000, and I could get that locked up. And Scotty could get the exact same seller, and he could lock it up sub 2 at $25,000 because that's the better move and get those creative points. And I've seen him have the skill set to not only pitch the creative, but get it signed in the time frame that you have. That's my fear about competing against Scotty and Rich, because I've seen their creative financing abilities, the way to pitch and close. That's what I'm really excited about seeing. I think that is a wild card in this competition. That being said, that's also an extreme strong suit for me. So if I get those leads, I love that because it gives me the ability to capture those 5 extra points. But I think our qualifiers, those 6, that Friday,
right,
going to be a fire show.
Yeah, it ain't normal. It ain't gonna be normal at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean
it's gonna be a shootout on Friday.
Yeah. And there's not a weak one in there. I mean, Anthony he's the only one that got a signed contract. You've got Ricky who is live all the time closing deals, and you saw, I think Jerry and Brent were vouching for him, saying, "Hey, he's a killer." And we've already talked about Rich and Scotty. Who am I missing? Noah finished 5th.
Yeah, and then Kendall.
And Kendall,
that's what I think coming out of. That's what I think is coming out of that round. I think Kendall.
Kendall a sleeper.
I predicted when I interviewed Kendall on my podcast, I predicted that the finals would be me, Scotty, and Kendall.
Whoa!
Wow,
That's crazy.
Swap me and you out. I think we'll be. It sounds good. It sounds good.
And here's the reason why. I think that there is something to be said about momentum. The momentum of them having to qualify, winning, and then if they win on Friday, the confidence that they will have on Saturday.
I see where you're going.
Where, like, for example, the 3 of us, we're still in the starting blocks, and they're already running, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if you go out like Munif did.
Right, exactly.
Munif had a crazy Friday, and he was just on this high, and everyone in the chat was just like,
Loving
Munif killer.
Mm-hmm.
And all he had done was that they had never seen him before until Friday, and then it's like, boom, baby, he was a crowd favorite. So I foresee those qualifiers being a scary wild card in this. Maybe not as known, but very scary when it comes to the actual competition.
For sure. Well, like I said, no. Well, thank you, RJ. I appreciate you. Thank you, Keith. Like I said, I know we have a couple more things we need to tap into. I'll bring it back to you, Aaron.
Yeah, absolutely. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you guys on game day. Let's make it happen. With that said, how exciting is that, y'all? We have King Closer from last year coming in with the belt on his back, ready to defend the title. I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out. I still think Toddy's going to take it from RJ, complete underdog status, and we will have Closers Olympics first queen closer.
Hold on, since I'm still here and I got an open mic, I'm just going to say something, Aaron. You can't predict Toddy's going to win when you freaking forgot her when you were announcing the whole day 2 matchups.
Okay,
bro,
to my
you teed
credit,
yourself up for this one.
Well, no, to my credit, I thought she was gonna be the wild card. You know what I mean? but yeah, with that said, my prophecy stands. My prophecy stands, man. But we'll see you guys on game day. We appreciate y'all. With that said, guys, we want to introduce our final sponsor partner who's helping us put on this incredible show for us that's going down here shortly, Closers Olympics 2023, and that is PropStream, that provide us with real estate data for this industry with the most robust and detailed data sets available. They've been in business since 2006. Since 2006, offering over 155 million properties nationwide and hundreds of filtering combinations to help real estate professionals find the best possible leads in the least amount of time. We've all used them and we've all benefited from them. Let's watch this quick video and then we'll take it to the next level. Thank you so much, PropStream. We appreciate all of our sponsor partners for helping us put on this amazing event for you guys. And with that said, we are about to actually do our giveaway. All right. And in order to enter into this giveaway, our call to action to you guys was A, stay until the end, and B, make sure to comment hashtag CO23 in the comment section, and you would be entered into a drawing for a giveaway where you have a chance to win a VIP ticket to Closers Olympics 2023. So do we have our winner for the giveaway?
Yes, that giveaway. Where we at? We
got.
Oh, look at all these people. Come on.
I
love it. Holding it down. Who does it fall on? You gotta be Raphael. Licking his lips. He deserves it. Come on, man.
Raphael Tesfaye, what's good? What's good?
Ready to learn.
Yeah. All right, so
here.
Raphael, let us know in the comment section if you claim your the giveaway. Put it in the comment section. Once you verify that, then we will give you instructions on how to claim your prize, my friend. But if y'all can put in the screen whether or not our winner Raphael Tesfaye. Okay, I don't think Raphael Tesfaye is here, y'all. So what we're gonna do is should we run it again?
Oh, let's run it back. Let's hit it. Let's hit another one. Let's hit another one. Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Draw again. All right. Let's see who we got. Who we got? Ah. Oh, snaps.
Oh, the real estate block. All right, the real estate block out of YouTube world. Are you in the let us know in the comment section if you're here. That way we can confirm that you won the giveaway VIP access to Closers Olympics 2023.
Real estate block.
Yeah, come on, real estate block.
Block might not be here, man.
Get his block knocked off. Come on, where you at?
Hey.
Oh, they go Block.
He's here.
You here, Abraham?
He says he's here.
No, man, Block.
He's here. Is it Abraham? Is that who we going with? We just dang, we're not sure who
been around the block.
Okay, well, like I said, so we found him. Did the production team find him? We got him.
It looks like we got him. He says he's here.
So let's do one more. To make sure we get it right. Let's do one more. Let's bless the people.
Run it back.
Let's do one more time. The production
all
team.
right, it's not the same name.
Oh, it's not the same name. We had an imposter. We had an AI.
Oh, they tried to get it.
Wow. All right. Let's get it. Let's do one more spin. Come on. We gotta bless them.
Contract season worldwide out of YouTube.
They probably here.
God, contract season. Dang, that's a dope name though. Yeah. I like that name. Contract season. Dang. AI's going crazy.
Yeah.
They ain't here.
Oh, they're right here. Let's go.
Oh,
contract season worldwide.
Here. Perfect. So what we need to do, we want them to send an email, right? We want them to send an email to closerolympics@gmail. Make sure you send an email to us at closerolympics@gmail. Contract season. All right. This is the biggest contract of the night you're gonna get right here. All right. So we can make sure we get your winnings. We want to make sure we take care of the family. Congrats. Let's show them some love. Real quickly. Well, you know, you go ahead and break it down. Go ahead and break it down, Aaron.
Yes, sir. So first and foremost, closing. Make sure you go to closersolympics@gmail.com. Let us know that you won the VIP package for the giveaway so that we can get you access. But basically, what you're gonna get is massive value. The VIP bundle includes 3 to 4 day access to the event. The closer's guide. Which is going to be information that you need in order to take your sales to the next level. You're going to get the Closers mini course, access to the 20 and 2021 event replays, which is over 50 hours, y'all, of education, instruction, and entertainment and live calls. We still get people who are telling us they're closing deals from utilizing that training. You have access to the 2023 replay, 4 sales training bonuses, and you get the official Closers Olympics hat sent over to you. You're getting all of that in the VIP bundle. You're talking thousands of dollars of value. It was initially $695. It's now $349. Make sure to take advantage of the VIP bundle, y'all, because not only do you get access to the 2023 Closers Olympics, but you're getting all this other content that you can utilize to scale your sales organization and your personal sales skills to the next level. Come on, man. All right.
So this is what we want to do, something very special for everybody. Something very special for everybody. If you get your tickets right now within the next 24 hours, this is only exclusively for 24 hours. You use the code CLOSER, all right? Not only are you going to get a buy one, get one free ticket, so you're somebody on your team, your spouse, somebody you think who could absolutely be blessed by this, we get buy one, get one free ticket, but we're also going to be doing exclusive sales training on the Closer Olympics Eve. On the eve of the Closer Olympics, we're going to be doing exclusive training for everyone who gets their tickets today within the next 24 hours. And what's going to happen, you're going to also get, like I said, we're going to be doing exclusive training where we're going to be doing a Q&A session. We're going to be giving everything you need to know so you can be ready for the Closer Olympics. Not only are we going to give you some exclusive techniques and strategies we're going to be absolutely implementing, you're also going to be able to ask any questions you have to make sure you're fully equipped. You have myself, you have Alex Saenz, you have Keith Everett locked in. And it's going to be at 11 a.m. PST. The only way you get to this exclusive training is by getting your tickets within the next 24 hours and using that code CLOSER. It's a value of usually $500. You're getting it for $149. Lock in. Make sure you get that. Let's knock it out. Last but not least, we wanted to give a special thank you to all our sponsors, obviously to the grand sponsor, Investor Lift, to Lead Zolo, who's the number one lead provider for all the leads you can see on the Closer Olympics, PropStream, all the comps you're going to see on Closer Olympics, Uprank, all the text mails, the text, the emails, everything you've seen, all brought to you from Uprank. Thank you, Equity Cash Offer, No Limit Real Estate Education, and Integra Virtual Staffing. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this all possible. We all utilize their services. Make sure you guys check them out and utilize the services. We thank you all. We appreciate you all. We'll see you guys at the Closer Olympics next Friday, the 28th, 29th, 30th, and Dispo Day on the 31st. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys then.
Let's get it.
Close it. When I close, doors open. Every key I
This is a competition. Somebody's going home with the top closer title belt.
If I did 189, would you have to talk to her, or could you agree to that? All right, let's do 189.9 then.
If I gave you 31, will you sign today?
Where's our time?
So if that's a price we can do, is this something you'd be ready to move forward with today as far as like an agreement in place?
More urgency. Closing time. Close it. Pick up the
trap in. Everybody get excited. He was good.
But this guy's got skills, and his approach is different, and it works so well.
I look at report not as like, weather, sports.
That was probably top 5 that I've ever seen.
He blew us away.
The truth is I already knew it. I'm so hot I'm melting the vent like ice.
It's the noise talking and backing it up for me and the consistency.
It's something that you're never going to be able to see, I think, replicated anywhere else. It's so much you can learn from this.
This is the best training series anybody could ever ask for.
Mr. Knox, we're taking care of him, and we're going to spend the money with the family for somebody I don't know, okay?
Yeah.
On every call, it's sell or be sold. Let's go!
Man, I thought that was going to be something.
Is that something that you would want to move forward with, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything is possible. There is nothing holding you back.
Baby, you won! You won, Dad!
Yeah! And that's the bottom line.
Close it. Pick up the phone. Close it. Big escrow. Close it. $1 million deal. Close it. It's all on you. Close it. What you gonna do? Close it. I want the proof. Close it. $1 million